victory yesterday.
Yeah, they really bounced back from that loss, and I think they were fantastic yesterday. So I'm really looking forward to a really good, even balance probably. We're back on that right-hand side, and I think we're in for a big score.
Yeah, so Francis is referring to there on the furthest right-hand pitch away from us here. So we've got a short boundary on one side again. I think that pitch has been quite high scoring, sort of 160 about par. And really, the only advantage the bowlers are going to get is early in the morning, first half hour, 45 minutes probably.
Yeah, we've seen that all tournament, haven't we? The teams that won the toss, most of them have elected to bowl first to utilise that early. And there's a little bit of moisture, it feels a little cold to touch them a little bit, and that's what they've seen this, but we've also seen some be equally effective.
Yeah, let's talk about some star men. For me, I'm going to start with the first one, the Kings 11, their captain, their new captain, their third captain in 3 games, Rohan Mustafa. He's the UAE captain and the Emirati man we saw yesterday. He's so effective in those off breaks, nobody can hit him.
He just got it up in the block hole, and I think that's been something we've been screaming out for when teams are able to come to the ability to hit that block hole. And he just did it from first over, and he was very hard to pick up a couple of wickets and looked a really key man for them.
Yeah, and as for the Gladiators, we're going to talk about Ravinder Singh, that historic innings, the highest in EPL history, 125 off 60 balls. I think you were probably in the air flying over from New Zealand at the time when you've seen the highlights. He's some talent.
He was fantastic, and you're right, I didn't get to see it live, so I would love it if he can do it again today, so I can brag about seeing it, but surely he's going to be pretty keen on these small boundaries here as well. Yeah,
and then this afternoon at 1 o'clock when the crowd's going to be full, I can't wait to see how many people we get in. Remember, on the opening day, we had 12,500 flood into the Karnapur International Cricket Ground here in Kathmandu. If you're in Kathmandu, get on down. 100 rupees for adults, 50 for students on the gate. It's going to be packed. It's going to be the best atmosphere of the tournament. So the afternoon games will be the Chitwan Tigers, the Pokhara Rhinos. We're going to come back to you with news of the toss from the morning game after these messages. TVS Everest Premier League. So weekend, and we're expecting a back.
From decided the first and second position, so we'll try hard to win this match and get a good position in the point tables.
Any changes to your team?
Yeah, there's 2 changes. Anand went back to Sri Lanka for his matches, and Pradeep is in, and Amar is in out. Raju is in for.
All the best, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Batting first, Sharat, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I think the good, but toss is not in our control, so yeah, we'll go and bat positively and see how it goes. Yeah.
3 of 3 so far, unbeaten, but you don't take anything lightly.
No. Like, it's the end part of the tournament, and we.
All the best. Right. Won the toss, and they can't wait to have the white ball in the hand early on.
just on your screens here. Now we're seeing the lineups for the two teams. Again, Kathmandu Kings sticking with those incredibly talented players. Kevin O'Brien, he fired in the last match. Rohan Mustafa, of course, UAE captain, he's come in, he's won the tosses, he's performed with bat and ball, he's been an important person for them, and of course Pradeep Sahu rounding out their third overseas player. For the Gladiators, we had Muhammad Naveed, who came in, bowled with great fire and pace yesterday, Ravinder Singh, and of course the Now he's just run up from the ground as well. He's got a wee puff, so we'll let him get settled. But joining me here for the first 5 overs of this game is Andrew Leonard.
Yeah, thank you, Francis. What a morning we have here for Super Saturday. You've got to love a weekend. You've got to have some fun on the weekend, and that's what today's all about. But there's a serious nature as well, because I'm going to call it now. If the Kings don't get winning, they could be going out. Their net run rate is so bad that they must win at least one of their 2 last games to get through. And as Kevin O'Brien said yesterday in the post-match presentation, they need to probably win both to have any chance of being in the top 2 and getting to that final. So he said that they struggled with the new ball so far. No one struggled more than this man who's going to open the bowling. Jitendra Mukhaya, who got hit for 29 off an over by Richard Levy yesterday.
Yeah, he's probably not thrilled as well with the end he's been given, bowling to that side. Probably not going to do a lot for the confidence, but he'll be hoping he can nip it round a bit and hopefully pick up a couple of wickets for his side.
Yeah, what he will be happy with, though, is bowling in these early morning conditions, which wasn't the case yesterday, because the Kings played the afternoon game yesterday. It feels like just hours ago we were here and watching a phenomenal chase that was marshalled so cleverly by Ireland international Kevin O'Brien. For the Gladiators, it's going to be this man, Pradeep Sahu. We've spoken about how he's known as the Virender Singh of Nepal. Is he going to get them off to a flying start? Let's find out. Shape straight away, Francis.
Yeah, a little bit of swing there, which is good. Hasn't really zinged through, carried through there, but could be a little bit of a loosener there as well. And not what you see too often, a leave, the first ball of a T20 match.
Yeah, well, we're on the further rightmost pitch of the 3 pitches that are in use for this TVS Everest Premier League 2018, and I would term this one as the second best of the 3 wickets that we've seen, and certainly might be a little bit lower in the morning game. There's no demons in this pitch, and the assistance for the bowlers is going to come on early in the day. Big swing and a miss. Good shape again from Mukhaya.
Yeah, a little bit lucky to get away with Wood there. The only fielders he's got out of that deep third man and just backward square leg on the boundary as well. So, I mean, a risky game to be bowling out there, almost near the wide line, but good movement early on.
Yeah, that's Mukhaya's stats so far. Look at how expensive he's been. An economy of 2 runs every ball. And that's something that Mustafa is going to want much, much tighter, but he'd love an early breakthrough here. Edged, dropped by Rijal. He's come back into the side after Subramanian left the EPL to go back to India yesterday. That should have been taken.
Yeah, healthy edge there, and as you said, good diving away to his right. He's got a hold on it, and you really would expect that to be taken.
Yeah, former Nepal under-19 captain who captained his side to the quarter-finals of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2016 in Bangladesh, Raju Rijal. It went quickly to his right, in fairness to him, but it went down. He can't be dropping Pradeep Sahu. Hit towards mid-on. The drop's not going to matter because Irie's gone anyway. That's the first wicket.
Follow-up, is it? When you get a life, you expect to go on and make a big score, and it's just a tame dismissal, looking to just flick it off his pads and only succeeding in chipping it down the ground to mid-on. And I think the good thing here is Mukhaya, he's going to be ecstatic. That's his first tournament as well.
Yeah, he'll be delighted. It was a really poor shot, to be honest. Chipped directly to who he takes the catch. Gladiators are none for one.
Morning game we've seen so far. There's been early morning wickets. Big wicket early on. As you said, the Nepali Verinder. No runs on the board.
Yeah, he's gone, but the man we named as the star man in the British City Cement. How's that pre-game show? Ravinder Singh, he comes to this. He's already written himself into the history books at this year's TVS Everest Premier League with that sensational knock of 125 off 60 balls. How crucial is he going to be today, Ryan Tendashade? He's evergreen. How is he 38 years old?
He just keeps going and going and going, and he plays all around the world as well, and still as enthusiastic and passionate as ever. And even when you speak to him, he's just so passionate about increasing the standard, improving the players' knowledge, and it's just fantastic to see.
Yeah, he's a great barometer of how important it is to keep fit. He's as fit as they come, 38 years old, passing on his knowledge to the local players here. Mukaya looks like he's got the wind behind his sails this morning.
He looks a happier man today, doesn't he? He's got the ball swinging, he's picked up his first wicket for the entire tournament, and he's got a bit of a spring in his step now.
Yeah, what's become a real trend in this tournament is the captain winning the toss, particularly in the morning game, and choosing to bowl first. And that's exactly what Rohan Mustafa did. Just feel that the first 30 to 45 minutes are the really tough period for the batters, particularly in the morning game. So it could be advantage Kings chasing down the total here. Swing again, a half appeal, but umpire signals wide.
One of those appeals, isn't it, where you just try and fox the umpire a little bit, try and convince him there's a little touch of something so you don't get that wide called. But even though he's missed with that leg side wide, he'll still be encouraged with the shape he's getting with the ball, knowing that to the left-hander that could really pose some problems.
Yeah, that's the first run of the Gladiators' innings. That would have been a beauty to a right-hander, but strange line to the left-hander Singh. A nice late cut from Singh. That's to the short side of the ground. A fumble, but it's not going to cause any major damage. End of the first over. It's 2 for 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is TVS Everest Premier League. We would like to welcome you all. A very happy Saturday. It's Kathmandu Kings 11 versus Bhairahawa Gladiators. 2 runs in 1 over. Batting with and 1 wicket. Batting order Mr. Harishankar Shah and Ravinder Singh.
Yeah, there's the hashtag on your screen, EPL T20. We're seeing great engagement with this tournament, not only from the crowd in the ground, but from right around the world. We've had messages in from as far afield as Texas, New Zealand, South Africa, the Middle East, quite a few from Ireland as well, as you can imagine. And there's a reason why we've had quite a few from Ireland, because on your screen, who is quite surprising for me, Kevin O'Brien. He was the bankable player of the match yesterday. He's going to open up.
Yeah, he was very good yesterday with bat and with ball, picking up a couple of crucial wickets later on in the innings. But like you said, I'm a little shocked with the new ball in hand. I think where he was very effective yesterday, as he was very clever, he took all the pace off the ball, bowled quite wide lines as well, set a really strong offside field and made it really hard for the batsman to score. So yeah, I'm a little interested that they've opted to use him with the ball, and hopefully they save him a few overs for later in the game.
Yeah, he's certainly not express pace, the Irishman, but he's a canny operator, and he is Ireland's leading ODI wicket taker. It's a stat that often surprises people because they think of Kevin O'Brien and they think of the big hitting batting exploits, but he's been so effective over the years, particularly in the ODI format for Ireland, nibbling the ball about, bowling stump to stump.
Yeah, like you said, he's a very canny bowler and very, very experienced player, which we've seen throughout these games, how he's used his experience to work players out rather than bowling them out with express pace and bounce. But yeah, I would have to say that one there, as much as he is just a medium pacer, looked a little bit of a gentle start to the morning, a little bit chilly still out there.
Just down the leg side, we saw O'Brien have some wide issues yesterday, but he spoke to me last night and he said it was a tactic. He had to protect short leg side boundary, so he was trying to hit the outside offline every time. This time he strays down the leg side, second wide of the innings.
Yeah, you don't mind to see those offside wides later in the game when they are trying to bowl to a plan and protect that boundary, but he'll be disappointed with that one early on today.
O'Brien. Yeah, we spoke about why Singh is the star man. That 125 off 60. Just take a look at a few of these shots, Francis. You were in the air coming all the way from New Zealand, but he struck the ball so powerfully. Particularly favoured the slog sweep and down the ground. There was some poor bowling to him as well. Back live now. Little nibble outside the off stump. But this innings is going to live long in the memory. That was the shot that came down to the commentary box, struck the glass, nearly knocked my scorer out beside me here. And that was the moment, the next ball. And at the feeling, the emotion of that 100. Down the track, that's the power that Singh has. That's going to run away for a boundary 4.
Smart batting there, there isn't a lot of pace on the ball. He's just looked to shuffle down and thumps it through the leg side.
Correction there, the two left-handers catching me out. That's of course Sa that hit that boundary. Or Graf at the bottom that Singh was on strike, but Sa advancing down the track and attacking O'Brien right from the off. Down the track again, hit into the air, could be a chance. Runs around it mid-on, taken! Kevin O'Brien points. He shows the batsman where to go. Off to the pavilion, that's out.
Yeah, and that's where he shows his experience, isn't it? He gets pinned the first ball, thinks that he can see the batsman coming again, drops it just that fraction shorter, maybe a little bit more of an effort ball, hits hard on it, and he can't control it, and you just see it skewing away to that mid-on, who, in fairness, takes a good catch running back over his shoulder.
Yeah, that's just the second over. It's 8 for 2. Here comes a crucial man for the Bhairahawa Gladiators. It's Ryan Tendashade. Tendo on the back of the shirt, number 27. His 35 helped them get over the line and preserve their unbeaten record, although there was a few jitters towards the end of that chase. And it has to be said, Kevin O'Brien, outstanding piece of bowling that. He saw that he was coming again, he dug it into the pitch, caught out Sa. It's going to end the second over. The score now 9 for 2. 2 early wickets for the Kathmandu Kings 11 after winning the toss. Rohan Mustafa, their captain, will be delighted. And there's been appreciable movement already for Mukaya.
Yeah, and both opening bowlers really showing that the captain has had faith in them and had faith in them for a reason. They probably weren't our 2 picks to open the bowling today with O'Brien's lack of pace and then Mukia, who has struggled so far. But look, they've repaid their captain in spades. They've picked up an early wicket each and they've really put the Gladiators on the back foot here.
Yeah, and to be honest, Francis, the local Nepal batsmen, their struggles continue. Because we had Hairi and Sa open up. They're gone for a duck and for 4. We've got 2 overseas players at the wicket again. A reminder that the highest score in this tournament, we're into game 12 now, by a local batsman is 49. And the national coach is not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's just a bit of match management is what I'd call it. Before we just saw him use his feet, come down the wicket, get one away for 4, but then not really having the thought that the bowler is going to change what they're doing. They're not just going to keep bowling you the same thing over and over again. So it's a little bit of not quite thinking ahead, not quite having their mindset exactly right, and we're seeing them make mistakes because of that.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled. There was late swing. It's off the outside edge. Why is there no slip in place?
I have to agree, you've got all the pressure on as well, and even though he is shaping the ball back into the left hand, there's still a case for a slip. Ask him to bowl that just outside off stump line.
They probably wouldn't have gone to a first slip anyway, but you've got to give your bowlers the support they need, particularly when the only really appreciable movement is for the first half hour or so here. He's getting that movement. And if the Gladiators could break this partnership with probably the 2 star performers for the Gladiators with the bat at the crease, they would be right on top the Kings 11. Nice bowling. I like the way he's bowling full because he's giving it a chance to swing. Can he get one through Singh here?
I love to see that early on, especially bowl full, bring all the modes of dismissal into play. Like we've seen already, there's been a couple of catches, but if you're bowling nice and straight, it brings edges into play. You can attack both sides of the bat, as well as obviously LBW and bowled.
Put away powerfully by Singh. That's the short side of the ground. It wouldn't have mattered if it was the long side. That's an elegant shot for 4.
Yeah, and most of the highlights we've seen from him in his previous games have showed that leg side power, but this one here, bowler's just missed a little bit wide, length and wide, and he's got the hands through it, and a lovely cut shot away through that point region.
It wasn't the worst delivery from Mukaya, but I suppose what Singh is that there's no slips in place. So if I slash in that and slash hard, if I get the middle of the 4, if I get an outside, he's bowling with a 6-3 field. In fact, it's a 5-4 field. The men out at third man, deep backward square leg. So Mustafa not really trusting him to bowl one side of the wicket.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to encourage him with that swing to be able to get in and bowl those nice tight lines. But look, you don't have to miss by much when you're bowling to this man in the form that he's in.
That's better. Good line. It's going to end the 3rd over. The Gladiators are 17 for 2. 3 overs gone. See on your screen there, the crowd starting to flood in. Going to be a packed house here for Super Saturday. Going to be Kevin O'Brien to continue with the new ball. He'll enjoy bowling to Ryan Tendashade. He's going to try and keep him on strike because Tendo will take a little while to get going in his innings.
Yeah, and I think he'll prefer bowling to the right-hander as well. Just finds it a bit easier by the looks of him to hit that line and length, just nibble the ball round a wee bit, and we saw with that one, just getting a little bit of movement off the seam as well, which is always tough to face in your first few balls.
Yeah, that's very clever from O'Brien. He knows he can dot him up. Little stat for you here, Francis. We've had into game 12 now, so we've had 11 results so far. And the side chasing has won 7 of those 11 games. The side batting first has won 3 of those 11. We've also, of course, had the 1 tie with the historic Super Over. So do you think there's clearly an advantage to chasing down totals here?
Yeah, it looks it, especially in these morning games where batting early on looks very, very difficult, and then it flattens out nicely from there.
Such clever bowling from O'Brien. Tendashade gets what he wanted, which is he gets the single to get off the mark and get Singh back on strike.
He looks good though, doesn't he? Like it's a tough ball to be playing, and that just shows how difficult it is in these morning conditions. O'Brien, he's not bowling extreme pace, still getting a little bit of swing with that new ball, nibbling it round, and I think that's really why we've seen so many teams able to chase the runs down. These first 6 overs, you normally think that's where the batsmen get going, that's where they can really cash in, but they haven't been able to batting first, and then I think it just gives that team batting second that wee advantage that they can really take toll of those first 6 overs only having 2 fielders out.
O'Brien will be delighted with dots and singles in this power play. He wouldn't mind a little cheeky 3rd wicket for his team as well. But if he can keep these 2 quiet, he's going to do his job with the ball. So that stat we were referring to, 11 results so far, 7 teams chasing have won, 3 teams batting first have won, and of course that 1 Super Over tied match, which Karen KC went on to win with his 20 off the Super Over with the bat. Such clever bowling. You can see Tendashade knows what he's going to be doing as well. That's lovely to see there. Yopi, our director downstairs, directing these pictures live on AP1 HD. That's his son there on the left. And he's not only got Yopi's style, but he's got the shades on as well. What a haircut that is.
He looks good, and he looks like he's enjoying his day as well, so lovely to see.
Quick single from Tendashade. He's quick between the wickets. That ends the 4th over. It's 19 for 2. Gladiators losing 2 early wickets here. Saturday at the TVS Everest Premier League. And I like this move from Rohan Dafa. He's saying to Mukaya, you're bowling well, keep going.
Yeah, and by using their seamers up top as well, it frees them up through that middle of the innings to really go spin dominant, especially as the wicket starts to slow up a bit. They can really put the pressure on there.
Nicely bowled. Yeah, you saw the Kathmandu Kings 11 coach there, Binod Das. A Nepali legend. He looks to me like he could still be playing. He's in great form and great shape. He'll be delighted with the win yesterday. The game was right in the balance with over 10 and over needed off the last 6. But the experience and class of Kevin O'Brien showed his half century. Coming off 34 balls. That was the difference between the 2 sides. Bit of confusion between the batsmen Tendashade wants to get off strike, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. You can see it in his body language. Those wee fidgety movements start to come in. He's a pretty experienced campaigner, but look, even then, it's still tough going when you first come in, ball nipping around. All you want to do is get down the end.
And you can see Mukaya wants to bowl to the right-hander with that ball swinging away. We said it before, I'd love to see a slip in here. He is getting good movement. He's bowling to a 5-4 field again. Not trusting him to get it outside off. Give him the chance to take the wicket. Half a chance at Tendashade's end, but he's so quick. He'll always get home for the single. Singh's going to have to take the upper hand in this partnership, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think that's naturally how they'll kind of work together and fit together anyway, but I mean, it's not that nice for Singh having to do all the work, but you know with Tendo, he's someone he's going to take a little while to set in. He's going to assess the conditions. He knows they're 2 down early, can't really afford to lose a third, so he's looking to bat for a long time, bat deep into the innings and use his experience to get them through, whereas Singh, he operates much more aggressively. He wants to get on top, he wants to dominate the bowlers, and he'll be looking for any chance to do so here.
Perhaps that is why Mustafa set this 5-4 field, because when he strays onto the pads he ends up getting away with it. Dot ball.
Yeah, I still like the play into the left-hander. Whilst he is strong into that leg side, it's always hard early on with the ball swinging around to really be able to execute that. And it is the bigger side of the ground as well for him hitting out into the leg side. So I like it. I think he's got a little fall over with his front pad as well that they might be looking to target. So I like the plan, and I like that they're prepared to give him some protection to do it.
That's great bowling from Mukaya. He really struggled yesterday, but he's coming into his own today. Just a reminder, the Kings 11, they've got 4 foreign players in their squad, and today they've gone with Mustafa as the captain, Kevin O'Brien of course, and they've gone back to the leg spinner Pradeep Sahu, who missed out yesterday.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that he missed out yesterday as well. I've been reasonably impressed with his bowling, and maybe they just think this wicket, maybe it's going to take a little bit of turn. We can already see some footmarks being created, even though we're only into the 5th over, so maybe they think there's just the chance for him to come into his own and provide some wickets for his team later on.
A change in the field, third man comes up into the circle, and long on goes back. Half an appeal, probably going down the leg side with the big movement that Mukaya gets. That ends the 5th over. It's 21 for 2. Going to be a change in bowling here as the UAE national captain and the Kings 11 captain Rohan Mustafa is going to come on, so we're going to see spin for the first day. It'll bring about a change in the commentary box, and for the first time in the 3rd season of the 2018 Everest Premier League, Rajan Shah's joining someone who's not me in English, so I feel a little bit like he's cheating on me, but I'll let it go as I pass over to Momo Cricket Rajan Shah, who's joined by Navneet Krishna.
Thank you, Andrew, for a lovely introduction. Rohan Mustafa continuing for Kathmandu Kings 11, the skipper, the third skipper of the tournament for Kathmandu Kings 11, and was replaced by Kevin O'Brien as a captain. And for the 3rd game, Rohan Mustafa took up the duties for Kings 11. Very good morning, Navneet.
Good morning, Rajan. Good to join you here. First time. Andrew didn't let me do this with you all along. Interesting passage of play here. 5 overs completed, 22 for 2, and some rebuilding required for the Gladiators. Fantastic shot, punched off the back foot. They have 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the offside, and that penetrated the gap. 4 lovely runs for the left-handed Ravinder Singh.
Absolutely, the has been playing late, and Ravinder Singh nicely placing in for 4 runs there. One chance for Gladiators today. Harishankar Shah replacing Kus in the playing 11. Harishankar Shah obviously got out of a Kevin O'Brien delivery. Catch taken by Samsat Sheikh.
Shot again. This time straight to the fielder. He's looking good in this little stint that we've seen already. Ravinder Singh, 16 of 15 far. Dry and tender cutter, taking some time. It's not the easy batting conditions. We've seen that before as well. A lot of assistance for the bowlers early on. Down the leg side now. We're playing on the pitch to the extreme right commentator's box. So Ravinder Singh at some point will face the leg side, the shorter side of the ground.
Gladiators, the unbeaten team so far in the tournament. 3 wins in first 3 games. Obviously, we remember the first game, didn't we? Navneet almost took away the commentary box.
Absolutely. Still definitely the best innings that we've seen in this season of the Everest Premier League. 125 that he smashed in just 60 deliveries. With slightly different batting conditions today. It's not going to be easy to be striking the big ones, but at least they're doing the right thing by settling in, getting used to the pitch, the bounce, the movement that the bowlers are getting. And they know they have the firepower to go big. Once again, straight to the fielder. 6 overs completed, end of the power play, 28 for 2.
There we can see highlights from the power play. The first wicket in the tournament for Jitendra Mukhia there. Catch completed by Pardeep Sahu. Then a good shot played by Harishankar Shah before losing his wicket to Kevin O'Brien. Miscued pull shot. Easy catch taken by Samsat Sheikh there. Running catch, good catch. And Sjit behind the wicket for 4 runs there. Ravinder Singh and couple of glorious looking drives, late cuts. Once again, ball doing a bit there.
Right, you definitely that power play belonged to the Kathmandu Kings 11, 28 for 2. It's going to be the captain once again to continue. Sorry, Pardeep Sahu. In fact, yeah, with his leg break and googlies from the pavilion end. Got 3 wickets in his first game, bowled exceptionally well.
I think good thinking by the management here, Kings 11. They knew this pitch is going to assist the bowlers. Got in Pardeep Sahu in place of Anand Subramaniam.
He's getting some turn straight away. And interesting that Anand Subramaniam is in there. And he's been with the bat, 43 of 18 in his first game, and even yesterday played a crucial role, and that partnership with Kevin O'Brien towards the very end to take the Kathmandu team home. So probably want to bolster their bowling lineup and hence change, because Anand has been in good form.
Sahu to Ravinder Singh. Try to take a single there but denied by the fielder. Yes, I think Subramaniam was player of the match in the first game for Kathmandu Kings 11. And once again played a crucial knock in the last game as well. Pardeep Sahu, the bowler from Punjab, played IPL for Kings 11 Punjab National Royals.
And for the brilliant cut shot there, all the way to the deep point region, just the single. For those of you who are just tuning in, you're watching the 3rd edition of the TVS Everest Premier League, and we're slowly but steadily inching towards the playoffs, and it's all to play for in every single game here. The Kathmandu Kings 11 have won 2 out of 3, and they have 4 points on the points table, while the Gladiators, the only team to be unbeaten thus far, 3 out of 3, and they have 6. Nice shot ball, cut away. Misfield. No. They've done really well so far. It's been a disciplined effort with the ball and on the field so far from the Kings 11. 2 runs. Should have been a dot ball.
Gladiators has been unbeaten so far. Won the first game against Pokhara Rhinos, chasing the record total 215 runs. Second game defeated Chiton Tigers, and in the third game, for the first time, they have overcame Viratnagar Warriors. Last season, they tried for 3 times group stage playoffs and final, but were not successful.
Yeah, they were certainly the team to beat, the defending champions Viratnagar Warrior, unbeaten all through 2017. But the reason why every game is important is because they're going to be fighting for spots 1 and 2. Here's a quick look at the points table. The Patriots and the Gladiators right on top with 6 points. But the Gladiators with a game in hand. And Kathmandu Kings 11, a very good victory yesterday. And the reason why they were defeated by 10 wickets in the game before, right? The Warriors and the Kings 11 are in the middle of the table with 4 points. Rhinos unfortunately are out of the tournament. We'll come back to you right after this break. 7 overs completed, 33 for 2. Rohan continuing from the far end. Appeal! It'll be interesting to see a replay on that one. He looked convinced it, Rohan Mustafa. Leg by signal by the umpire. Possibly hitting middle and leg, we'll see. Maybe doing a little too much, but wait, we could see the leg stump. A bad shout from Rohan Mustafa.
I think it was a very close. That just might have clipped the leg stumps. Ranton's got it. Lucky to be still there.
Shot! Fantastic cover drive. Powerfully struck by Ravinder Singh. When he hits them clean. Just a single though. Good fielding in the boundary line. Once again a look at the LBW. You could see the leg stump when it struck the pads. And that's what makes me believe that this probably could have hit leg. Going in benefit of the in favor of the batsman. Tendulkar not looking as fluent as we're used to seeing him.
Absolutely morning start. Balls a bit staying on the pitch. Rohan Mustafa did well in the last game, picked up the important wicket of Richard Levy. Probably paved their way to the victory.
Shot. Once again straight to the fielder. He's been hitting him so cleanly, but unfortunately not able to find the gaps in the offside. They have 1, 2, 3 fielders in the 30-yard circle on the offside. I was just going to say bowling to his field, but then he strays one down the leg side.
It has happened quite a bit of time in this TVS EPL. The moment you start praising a bowler, they tend to get a bit inconsistent.
Yeah, the commentators curse, as they say. Tucks it away for another single. Much better from Tendulkar. Is that the end of the over? Yes, it is. 8 completed. 38 for 2. Pradeep Sahu continuing from the pavilion end. Too full to cut the ball. And he's pushing it through as well. Could have so easily nicked.
Tendulkar certainly not having great time at the middle right now.
Shot once again, this time gets some bat on it, just the single though. They're just going back very quickly to the points table. The Gladiators win this, they get 2 more points and that takes them to 8. And in all likelihood will cement their place in the top 2. And should the Kathmandu Kings 11 win this, they go to 6 points as well out of 4 games, and that'll be the same as the Gladiators. So it's going to make things very interesting for the tournament if the Kings 11 win this. Shot ball, drags it to the onside. Just the single though.
I mean, it will open the tournament wide open. Kings 11 can really go for the top 2 finish if they can pull this one, win it against Gladiators today.
Oh, push that through. Gone, says the umpire. Up goes the finger and Ryan Tenduscarter. He was struggling all morning and finally perishes to a quicker one from Pardeep Sahu. It was probably the wrong one as well. Struck him onto the stump and the umpire raises his finger. Let's take another. Push that through. Ah, that looked plumb, didn't it? That hit him right in front of the stump.
Big wicket that for Kathmandu Kings 11. Ryan Tenduscarter. Gladiators 40 for 3.
You were just saying this, Raja. Right, just 1 over left to the halfway mark, 40 for 3, and Ron Mustafa continues. Ravinder Singh, a very sedate looking Ravinder Singh, very different mood to the Ravinder Singh that we saw in the first game. And you were just telling me about Mukhia's bowling. Until today, Mukhia had bowled 7 overs for 83 runs without any wicket, and he's gotten 1 wicket today. And every bowler getting assistance on this pitch just goes to show that this has not been easy for the batsmen. So 41 for 3 and 9 may look terrible from a T20 perspective, but the batsmen are finding it very difficult in the centre here.
Kings 11 in really good position to enforce a win from here. It will be interesting to see how Gladiators go on from here. They still have pretty much batting left with Arif Sheikh, the MVPs of the local domestic tournaments. He has done so well in the past. Rohit Paudel, the rising star.
Excellent cut shot once again. Is there a fielder there? Yes. It's the longer side of the ground, so they come back for 2 runs. This is a Saturday here, and it's the weekend in Kathmandu. We are expecting a packed house today. The final double-header of the TVS Everest Premier League. And with every match having huge consequences in terms of qualification for the playoffs, we're in for an exciting day. So if you're watching this on TV and you're in Kathmandu, you probably want to just pay 100 rupees and come over to the ground and also stand a chance to win 50,000 rupees. We saw that yesterday, possibly the catch of the tournament, when Darshan Oli took an absolute stunner, one-handed stunner in the crowd. You might just stand a chance to win that today. 10 overs completed, 46 for 3.
दस ओभरको समाप्तिमा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स 46 रन 3 विकेटको नोक्सानीमा र स्वागत छ तपाईहरुलाई नेपाली कमेन्ट्रीमा म राजन शाह र मसँग जोडिनु भएको छ विभु श्रेष्ठ।
धन्यवाद राजन। शुभ प्रभात दर्शकवृन्द। टिभीएस एभरेस्ट प्रिमियर लिग 2018 को आजको पहिलो खेल भैरवाहा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स र काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 बीचको र भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स को ब्याटिङ को इनिंग्स को आधा यात्रा सकिएको छ। मध्यम सुरुवात गरेका छन् भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्सले 46 रन 3 विकेट गुमाएर। रविन्द्र सिंह छन् अझै पनि भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्सको लागि। राजन
ब्याटिङ कार्ड हामी हेर्न सक्छौं। पहिरी हरिशंकर साउ रायन टेन्डसकाटाको रूपमा ठूलो विकेट पनि गुमाएका छन्। प्रदीप साउल आउट गरेका थिए उनलाई भने केविन ओब्रायनले र जिन्दुर मुखियाले पनि एक विकेट लिएका छन्। रोहन मुस्तफा विकेटलेस छन् तर इकोनोमिकल बलिङ गरेका छन्। अहिलेसम्म 17 रन दिएर 3 ओभरमा। किङ्स 11 हावी छ यो म्याचमा अहिलेसम्म। बिहानको सुरुवात फाइदा उठाएका छन्। विक्रम भुसाल आएका छन् नयाँ बलर र सर्ट बलबाट सुरुवात गरेका छन् जसलाई पुल गरिदिएका छन् शरद भेषवाकरले र आफ्नो 1 रन लिनेछन्। त्यहाँ रविन्द्र सिंह स्ट्राइकमा आएका छन्। अघिल्लो ओभरमा कुरा गर्दै थिए अङ्ग्रेजीमा कि आज जितेन्द्र मुखियाले 7 ओभर पछि 83 रन दिएर पहिलो विकेट लिएका छन् भनेपछि पक्कै पनि यो पिच बलरको लागि एसिस्ट गरिरहेको छ। विक्रम भुसाल कन्टिन्यू गर्दै पेभिलियन इन्डबाट हामीले हिजो पनि हेरेका थियौं यो आउटसाइड अफ स्टम्प बलिङ गर्ने प्रयास गरिरहेका थिए विक्रम भुसालले भने आज पनि रविन्द्र सिंहलाई प्रयास गरे। जेन्टल लेग स्पिन थियो विक्रम भुसालको तर धेरै नै बाहिर।
युआरको बल स्ट्रेट रह्यो बल र पोइन्ट्स टेबलको कुरा गर्ने हो भने भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स आजको खेल जितेर प्लेअफमा पुग्नको लागि क्वालिफायर्समा नाम लेखाउनको लागि आज खेल जित्न खोज्नेछ भने काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 लाई पनि प्लेअफमा एउटा कम्फर्टेबल जोनमा पुग्नको लागि म्याच जित नितान्त आवश्यक छ। भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स यसअघि नै पुगिसकेको छ कम्फर्टेबली नै प्लेअफमा भने आजको खेलमा टप 2 मा भएमा अझै 2 वटा पाउनेछ प्लेअफमा। त्यो फाइदा हुनेछ टप 1 र टप 2 मा भएको टिमलाई भने टप 3 र टप 4 ले सिधै एलिमिनेटर खेल्नेछन्।
र यहाँ बिट गरेका थिए तर एज लाएर एक रन लिन पुगे शरद भेषवाकर अलमोस्ट बिट भएका थिए एज लागेको थियो। र पोइन्ट टेबलको कुरा गर्नुभयो भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स र ललितपुर पेट्रियट्स लगभग टप 2 पोजिसनको लागि हेरिरहेका छन् भने किङ्स 11 आज जित्ने खेल्न सक्यो भने एउटा राम्रो स्थितिमा पुग्नेछ र तपाईले भन्नुभयो टप 2 लाई फाइदा छ सेकेन्ड चान्स पाउनेछन् फर्स्ट क्वालिफायर हार्दा पनि।
र यो सिधै उठाइदिएका छन् ओभर पिच बल फर द 6 र यो
प्रदीप साहुको क्विकर बलमा फ्लिपर भन्ने गरिन्छ लेग स्पिनले क्विक फाल्दाखेरि त्यसरी नै शरद भेषागर नयाँ ब्याट्सम्यान स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्दै तपाईँलाई के लाग्छ भेषागर अगाडि आएर प्लेटफर्म सेट गर्नुपर्ने थियो कि डस्काटीले अगाडि पठाउनु नै सही निर्णय थियो?
अब अहिलेको यो अवस्था हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ शरद भेषवाकर नै त्यतिखेर आउन आवश्यक थियो होला। क्रिकेटको मोमेन्टम प्रत्येक बलमा चेन्ज भइरहेको हुन्छ राजन। अघि जुन अवस्था थियो त्यहाँ रायन टेन डस्काटेको अवस्था पनि ठिकै थियो त्यो अवस्थामा पठाउनु, तर जुन हिसाबले अब यो गति कम हुँदैछ शरद भेषवाकर आएको भए ठिक हुन्थ्यो कि जस्तो लाग्छ यतिखेर लाग्न चाहिँ। र यो अफस्टमभन्दा बाहिरको बल थोरै स्लाइस गरिदिए 1 रनको लागि। मिसफिल्ड मोहम्मद शमशाद शेख। आज काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 को हामी सुरुवातदेखि हेर्ने भने फिल्डिङ त्यति चुस्त देखिएको छैन। कप्तान रोहन मुस्तफा विशेष गरी हामी स्क्रिनमा देख्न सक्छौँ बारम्बार फिल्डरहरूलाई झकझकाइरहेका छन् मिसफिल्डको कारणले गर्दाखेरि। मिसफिल्ड भइरहेको छ र फिल्डिङको डिपार्टमेन्टमा अलिक आज कमजोर देखिएको छ काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 सुरुवातदेखि नै। सम्भवतः मिसफिल गरेका छन् साहुले। यहाँबाट हेर्दाखेरि कति ड्रप भएर बलरको हातमा पुग्यो कि जस्तो लागिरहेको थियो, तर जुन हिसाबले रियाक्सन दिएका छन् साहुले त्यो कट एन्ड बोल्डको मौका छोडेका छन् साहुले। रविन्द्र सिंह ठुलो विकेट हुन सक्थ्यो यतिखेर काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 को लागि।
भएका छन् रविन्द्र सिंह पहिलो पटक त्यो मैदानमा ब्याट गरिरहेका छन् यस टुर्नामेन्ट इपिएलमा भने लाग्छ 10 वर्षदेखि नै यही खेलिरहेका थिए। हाइलाइट्स हामी हेर्न सक्छौँ अहिलेसम्मका रविन्द्र सिंहको ब्याटबाट निस्केका बााउन्ड्रीहरू। अफ साइडमा लेट कट बिहाइन्ड द स्क्वायर।
यो अपील थियो रविन्द्र सिंहको लागि, तर क्लियरली आउटसाइड द लेग स्टम्प। ब्याकफुटमा गएर कभर ड्राइभ र यो विकेट थियो। सिधै स्ट्रेटमा 6 रनको लागि रविन्द्र सिंह र यो मिस क्याच प्रदीप साहुको।
विक्रम भूषाल कन्टिन्यू गर्दै अर्को इन्डबाट कस्तो लागिरहेको छ बिबु? अर्को इन्डमा प्रदीप साहु छन् भने एउटा इन्डबाट विक्रम भूषाल, दुईटै लेग स्पिनर। यो कस्तो मौका विक्रम भूषाल जस्तो खेलाडीहरूको लागि यो टिभीएस इपिएलले जुराइदिएको?
विक्रम भूषाल सँगसँगै थुप्रै युवा खेलाडीहरूको लागि टिभीएस एभरेस्ट प्रिमियर लिग एउटा ठुलो र राम्रो प्लेटफर्म हुन सक्छ आफ्नो प्रतिभा प्रदर्शन गर्नको लागि। र जुन हिसाबले विक्रम भूषालले आजको यो खेलमा दोस्रो ओभर चलिरहँदाखेरि प्रेस गरिरहेका छन्, सही सटिक लाइन लेन्थमा बल फालिरहेका छन् र जहाँबाट बल ड्रप भएर बल स्पिन भइरहेको छ। धेरै हेर्दा आकर्षक र स्तरीय अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको लेग स्पिनर लागिरहेका छन् विक्रम भूषाल आज यो जुन हिसाबको प्रदर्शन गरिरहेका छन्।
लेग साइडमा हिप गरिदिएका छन्। 2 रन मात्र हुनेछ त्यहाँ रविन्द्र सिंहको लागि। विक्रम भूषालको प्रशंसा गर्दै हुन्थ्यो। पछिल्लो गेममा पनि 2 विकेट लिएका थिए, महत्त्वपूर्ण 2 विकेट।
र लेग स्पिनरले सबैभन्दा अगाडि पिटाई पनि खान्छ र उत्तिकै विकेट टेकर बलरको रूपमा लेग स्पिनरलाई लिइन्छ र गलत बल हुने बित्तिकै लेग स्पिनरहरूले धेरै पिटाई खाने गर्छ। यो अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय रूपमै साबित भइसकेको कुरा हो। यो गलत अनुशासनहीन बल, लेग स्टम्पभन्दा बाहिरको बल, त्यो स्पिन हुँदा कहाँ पुग्थ्यो होला झन्? यो देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईँ। म भर्खरै विक्रम भूषाल अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय स्तरको देखिरहेका छन् भन्दै मात्र के थिए विक्रम भूषालले बलिङ आफ्नो फेरि बिगारेका छन्।
एक रन लिनेछन् त्यहाँ रविन्द्र सिंहले। सर्वेक्षक स्ट्राइकमा आएका छन्। प्रशंसा धेरै गर्न गाह्रो छ। कमेन्टेटर कर्स जारी छ यस टुर्नामेन्टमा पनि। विश्वभरि नै तल्का मचाएको कमेन्टेटर कर्स।
र सम्भवतः यहाँबाट जुन दूरी छ बलिङ गर्ने त्यहाँ नजिक छ, सुने होला सायद यहीँबाट उनले। यो पिच भएर थोरै लो भएको थियो स्पिन त्यति पाइरहेका छैनन् यो ओभरमा
जानी कसैले बिगार्न खोज्दैनन् बलिङ विभु प्रयास गर्दैछन् सिक्दैछन् प्रदीप साहुबाट विक्रम भुषाल पक्कै पनि जुन खेलाडी उनी टुर्नामेन्टमा आएका थिएन त्योभन्दा राम्रो खेलाडी भएर निस्किनेछन् यो इपिएलबाट धन्यवाद दिनुपर्छ टिभीएस इपिएललाई ठुल्ठुला खेलाडीहरू आएर र जसरी बलिङ गरिरहेछ रविन्द्र सिंहलाई एउटा क्वालिटी प्लेयर धेरै कुरा सिक्नेछन् यहाँबाट अन्तिम बल यो ओभरको र फेरि आफ्नो ट्रेडमार्क सर्ट खेलिदिएका छन् रविन्द्र सिंहले 1 रन पुरा गर्नेछन् र यसका साथै 65 रन 3 विकेटको क्षतिमा 13 ओभरको समाप्तिमा भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स स्वागत छ फेरि पनि स्कोर कार्ड हामी हेर्न सक्छौँ जित्नु मुखेल आज पहिलो विकेट लिएका थिए प्रदीप ऐरीको रूपमा भने हरिशङ्कर शाहलाई केविन ओब्रायनले आउट गरेका थिए र प्रदीप साहुले विकेट लिएका थिए र्यान टेन्डस काटेको सबै बलरहरूले इम्प्याक्ट गरेका छन् यो म्याचमा अहिलेसम्म काठमाडौँ किङ्स इलेभेनका लागि र प्रदीप साहु कन्टिन्यू गर्दै र यहाँ रिभर्स हान्ने प्रयास र टाइमिङ राम्रै गरेका छन् र 4 रन हुनेछ एन्ड्रु लिनार्ड त्यहाँबाट हट्दै
र शरद विश्वाकरको बारेमा एउटा विशेषता के छ भने को लागि नेपालमा शरद विश्वाकर जतिको माहिर कोही पनि छैनन् त्यही ट्रेडमार्क सर्ट शरद विश्वाकरको फेरि पनि देखाएका छन् शरद विश्वाकरले र 13-14 ओभर चलिरहेको छ राजन जुन मोमेन्टम र टेम्पोमा ब्याटिङ भइरहेको छ त्यो टेम्पोलाई थोरै बढाउनु पर्ने आवश्यकता देखिएको छ अब T20 को फर्मेटमा धेरै टाइम लिन मिल्दैन सेट हुनको लागि यहाँबाट यदि ठुलो योगफलसम्म पुग्नु पर्नेछ भने अब दुवैजना सेट भइसकेका छन् एउटाले 37 बल खेलिसकेका छन् भने अर्कोले 14 बल खेलिसकेका छन् यहाँबाट मोमेन्टमलाई एक्सिलरेट गर्न आवश्यक छ यदि भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्सलाई यहाँबाट एउटा ठुलो योगफलसम्म पुग्न चाहन्छ भने
अवश्य पनि पहिलो गेम जुन यस पिचमा भएको थियो राइट साइड पिच पेभिलियन इन्डबाट तेस्रो दिनको खेलमा चितवन टाइगर्सले पहिलो ब्याटिङ गरेर 160 रन बनाएको थियो भने काठमाडौँ किङ्स इलेभेनले चेज गरेको थियो 6 विकेटका साथ त्यो किङ्स इलेभेनको पहिलो जित थियो भने आज पनि प्रदीप साहु खेलिरहेका छन् र स्ट्रेटमा शानदार छक्का रविन्द्र सिंहको ब्याटबाट आनन्द लाग्दो शट
र T20 यो साह्रै नै ललिपप बल भन्ने गरिन्छ यसलाई ब्याटको तल र यतिको ठुलो ब्याट्सम्यानको अगाडि यो बल र नतिजा त्यही अनुसारको सिधै लङ अफको दिशामा 6 रनको लागि रविन्द्र सिंह ट्रेडमार्क शटको साथ पहिलो गेम थिए त्यही गेम दोहोर्याउन अब तयार भएका छन् अर्को लफ्टेड शट स्क्वायरमा सिधै पोइन्टको दिशामा 6 रनको लागि
अद्भुत शट त्यहाँ रविन्द्र सिंहबाट अफ साइडमा त्यसरी अप्पर कट गरेका छन् लेग स्पिनको बलमा यहाँ डिजन हुन बाँकी अम्पायरले सोध्दैछन् चौका भयो कि छक्का भयो भनेर
र यो रिप्लेमा हेर्न लायकको शट छ बल खासै त्यति गलत बल थिएन अफ स्टम्पभन्दा बाहिर डेभिएट भइरहेको बललाई ब्याकफुटमा गएर सिधै उठाइदिएका छन् पोइन्टको दिशामा र यो थोरै टिभीएस अपाचीको फ्ल्याग भन्दा वरै ड्रप भएर लागि गएको छ तर निकै आकर्षक शट र यो टुर्नामेन्टको शट अफ द टुर्नामेन्टको रूपमा पनि दर्ज हुन सक्ने शट रविन्द्र सिंहको ब्याटबाट
रविन्द्रले खेल्ने प्रत्येक शट नै सर्व टुर्नामेन्ट जस्तो लाग्ने गर्छ अद्भुत ब्याटिङ यहाँ रविन्द्र सिंहबाट र राम्रो स्कोर र मध्यम स्कोरमा डिफरेन्स भनेको रविन्द्र सिंहको विकेट हुन सक्छ यहाँ भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्सको लागि अझ पनि ब्याटिङ बाँकी छ आरिफ शेख आउनु बाँकी छन् कृष्ण कार्की आउनु बाँकी छन् रोहित कुमार पौडेल आउनु बाँकी छन् अझ पनि फायर पावर छ तर रविन्द्र सिंह त्यहाँ टिक्न जरुरी
अर्को बल अफ स्टम्पभन्दा थोरै बाहिरको बल ब्याकफुटमा गएर ड्राइभ गरिदिए 1 रनको लागि 48 रन व्यक्तिगत बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् रवि इन्दर सिंह भने शरद विश्वाकर 12 रनमा खेलिरहेका छन् सम्भवतः यो दोस्रो अर्धशतक रविन्द्र सिंहको हुनेछ यदि आज बनाए भने
प्रदीप साउको अन्तिम बल यो ओभरको र उनको स्पेलको र 1 रनका साथ र 2 को लागि कल गरेका तर रविन्द्र सिंहले नकार्न विस फिल्ड 2 रन पुरा हुनेछ खराब फिल्डिङ त्यहाँ किङ्स इलेभनबाट र यसका साथै 14 ओभरको समाप्ति प्रदीप साउको 4 ओभर स्पेलको समाप्ति भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स 82 रन 3 विकेटको क्षतिमा स्कोर कार्ड ब्याटिङ स्कोर कार्ड हामी हेर्न सक्छौँ रविन्द्र सिंह 48 रन बनाइसकेका छन् 40 बलमा मेहनत गरेका छन् दुःख गरेका छन् त्यो रन्सको लागि र अब फल पाउने बेला सदेव स्वागर 14 रन 16 बलमा केभिन ओब्रायनलाई फेरि बोलाएका छन् आफ्नो दोस्रो स्पेलको लागि यसभन्दा अघि 2 ओभर गरेका थिए 10 रन दिएर 1 विकेट लिएका थिए फायर पावरको कुरा गर्दैछु म आरिफ शेख रोहित कुमार पौडेल र मोहम्मद नाभिदलाई पनि नबिर्सौँ ठुला सर्ट हान्न सक्छन् र जसरी पहिलो 2 गेममा यो जुन पिचमा खेलिएको छ 160 रन पहिलो गेममा चेज भएको थियो भने दोस्रो गेममा 166 रन 8 विकेटले चेज गरेको थियो ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सले सो चेज गर्न सजिलो र कति स्कोर बनाउन सकिन्छ त्यो आकलन गर्न जरुरी र त्यही अनुसारले खेल्न जरुरी लास्टको 6 ओभर
र सँगसँगै तारिफ गर्नुपर्छ कप्तान विश्वाकरको जुन हिसाबले टिमलाई लिड गरिरहेका छन् सानो योगफल हुँदाखेरि कसरी कप्तानी गर्ने र ठुलो योगफल पछि हुँदाखेरि कसरी कप्तानी गर्ने त्यसमा सफल देखिरहेका छन् शरद विश्वाकर
केभिन ब्रायन टु रविन्द्र सिंह र लेग साइडमा खराब बल तर भरपुर फाइदा उठाउन सकेनन् र 1 रन मात्र हुनेछ निराश छन् रविन्द्र सिंह हेर्न सक्छौँ हामी बाउन्ड्री हुन सक्थ्यो सर्ट ट्राई गर्दैछन् फेरि पनि
सायद केभिन ओब्रायनको पेसबाट झुकिए एन्टिसिपेट अलि चाँडो गरे ब्याट चाँडो चलाए ब्याटमा बल पछि पुग्यो त्यस कारणले गर्दाखेरि राम्रो कनेक्ट हुन सकेन यो बलमा होइन भने नतिजा राम्रो हुन सक्थ्यो रविन्द्र सिंहको पक्षमा हुन सक्थ्यो
6 ओभर बाँकी छ 7 विकेट हातमा छ शरद विश्वाकर रविन्द्र सिंह ब्याटिङ गर्दै यहाँबाट के रणनीति हुनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ विश्वाकरले स्ट्राइक दिने कि 2 एन्डबाट सर्ट खेल्ने हो
जवाब मैले दिनै परेन यो ब्याटको स्विङले थाहा हुन्छ अब यहाँबाट के गर्ने भनेर शरद विश्वाकरले स्ट्राइक दिने भन्दा पनि दुवैजना ब्याट्सम्यानहरू ठुल्ठुला सर्टको लागि माहिर छन् र त्यो सर्ट खेल्न अब यहाँबाट जरुरी छ दुवै ब्याट्सम्यानको लागि र स्क्रिनमा यो क्युट देखिने जुन हामी सानो बाबु देखिरहेका छौँ AP1 SD का लाइभ कार्ड डाइरेक्टर एपएस प्रधानको जेठो छोरा र बिस्तारै सुपरस्टार हुँदैछ टेलिभिजन एडहरुमा पनि देख्छौँ हामी
र उनकै भाषामा भन्नुपर्दा क्युटेस्ट बेबी इन द वर्ल्ड
र नाम सभ्य प्रधान र मान्छे पनि सभ्य छन् है साँच्चै र अब क्रिकेटमा हामी केन्द्रित हौं रविन्द्र सिंह 1 रन बाँकी छ दोस्रो अर्धशतकको लागि टिभीएस एभरेस्ट प्रिमियर लिगमा यस संस्करणमा निकै नै आकर्षक ब्याट्सम्यानको रूपमा देखिएका छन् यस टुर्नामेन्टमा र शरद विश्वाकर निकै आकर्षक कप्तानको भूमिका निर्वाह गरिरहेका छन् जसरी घरेलु प्रतियोगिताहरूमा शरद विश्वाकरले कप्तानीको जिम्मेवारी पाइरहेका छन् त्यही अनुसार उनी
खराब लाइन लेन्थ यहाँ केभिन ओब्रायनबाट वाइड हुनेछ त्यहाँ रविन्द्र सिंह सर्ट हान्ने मुडमा छन् 50 रन 1 रन बाँकी 50 पुरा गर्न रिप्ले हेर्न सक्छौँ साह्रै नै रविन्द्र सिंहले सर्ट पनि चलाउने प्रयास गरेनन्
बाउन्सरको प्रयास गरेका थिए हातबाट फुत्कियो बल केभिन ओब्रायन जस्तो ठुलो खेलाडीबाट यो आश गरिदैन हेर्न बाँकी छ यो बलमा के पुरा गर्छन् राजन यिनले आफ्नो अर्धशतक बाउन्ड्रीबाट पुरा गर्छन् कि सिंगल लिएर गर्छन् राम्रो लाइनमा बल थियो 1 रनको लागि यससँगै रविन्द्र सिंहको टिभीएस एभरेस्ट प्रिमियर लिग 2018 को यो संस्करणमा दोस्रो अर्धशतक पुरा भएको छ 42 बल 50 रन निकै यो पहिलो अर्धशतक र यसभन्दा अघि 125 रनको शतकी पारी खेलेका थिए माफ गर्नुहोला मेरो सहकर्मी राजनले मलाई सच्याएका छन्
बेस्वाकर स्ट्राइकमा केभिन ओब्रायन र स्ट्रेटमा भरपुर दमका साथ खेलेका शट 6 रन हुनेछ बेस्वाकरको ब्याटबाट पहिलो छक्का यो इनिङ्सको
आकर्षक थोरै ओभरपिच जस्तो देखिने बल ब्याट बलसम्म पुर्याएर सिधै लङ्गनको रनको लागि 15 ओभरको खेल चलिरहेको छ 92 रन तारै लयमा आइरहेका छन् यो रविन्द्र सिंहको 50 रन कसरी बन्यो ब्याकफुटमा गएर पञ्च गरिदिएका थिए 4 रनको लागि निकै आकर्षक देखिने शट र यो ओभरपिच बल उठाइदिएका थिए स्ट्रेट 6 रनको लागि अर्को लङ अफमा आज ठुल्ठुला शट खेलेका छन् रविन्द्र सिंहले आफ्नो 50 रनको लागि केभिन ओब्रायन केही महँगो साबित भएका छन् यो ओभरमा 2.5 ओभर 20 रन 1 विकेट लिएका छन् र यो स्लोवर डेलिभरी उत्तिकै चतुराईपूर्वक खेलिदिएका छन् थर्ड म्यानको दिशामा 4 रनको लागि रविन्द्र सिंहले सायद अब बल फुटबल जस्तो देख्न थालिसकेका छन् त्यही कारणले पनि होला थोरै चतुराईपूर्वक स्लोवर डेलिभरी राखेथे अफ स्टम्पभन्दा बाहिर उत्तिकै चतुराईपूर्वक लेट कट 4 रनको लागि रविन्द्र सिंहले यससँगै 15 ओभरको समाप्ति 96 रन 3 विकेटको क्षतिमा स्वागत छ फेरि पनि टिभीएस एभरेस्ट प्रिमियर लिग 2018 को भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स र काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 बीचको खेल दुवै टिमलाई निकै आवश्यक जितको खोजीमा र कप्तान रोहन मुस्तफा आफ्नो चौथो ओभर लिएर आएका छन् र अब यहाँबाट इङ्ग्लिस कमेन्ट्रीमा साथ दिनको लागि सहकर्मी एन्ड्रयू र नवनीत हुनुहुन्छ
Thank you, brother. Great to hear the local Nepali dulcet tones there. And Rajan.
Bowling garde hununcha Rohan Mustafa.
And Inder Singh is really ticking. And like so many of the games this week, Nav, we've had a game that is an innings that has ebbed and flowed. Yeah, the Kings were right on top early, but Inder Singh is flying. Such a clever bowler, Mustafa, following the batsman there.
Excellent partnership this for the Gladiators.
Yeah, that partnership already worth 59, Nav. And that partnership of 59 coming in just 7 overs. And you can see why the Gladiators are unbeaten. Clever bowling again from Mustafa, very full.
Yeah, they needed this partnership really badly. And it was very uncharacteristic innings from Tendiskata just before Sharad came into the centre.
Big appeal from Mustafa, clearly going down leg though. And the only bowler that Singh is struggling to get after is the Kings captain, Rohan Mustafa. Pulled away behind square. Could be a man there, so just be a single 10 to 16th over. Gladiators 101 for 3.
This is TVS Everest Premier League. Cheerleaders को लागि हिजो भर्खर मात्रै एकजनाले छक्का हानेको बल एउटा हातले समातेर दर्शक ओली यहाँ आउनु भएको छ 50,000 रुपैयाँ जित्ला जस्तो छ है हामीले भिडियो त हेरिसकेका छौँ अब we will confirm whether उहाँले जित्नु भएको छ कि छैन so सकेसम्म आफ्नो फेभरेट टिमलाई सपोर्ट गरेर पक्कै हान्नु पर्यो भनेर
So 4 overs left in the morning game of a doubleheader, the final doubleheader of the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League. From now on, after today, it's going to be 1 o'clock starts only, an afternoon game. So it'll give everyone the chance for a little bit of extra sleep in the morning. And it's going to give us a chance to prepare for the solitary game each day. Going to be the young leg spinner to continue. He's got a tough task at hand because he's bowling to the man in form, Ravi Indra Singh. Oh my lord, that's technically a drop catch, but there was a bit of self-preservation in that, and he probably saved a couple of runs.
Well, the umpire was ducking for cover as well. He hit that hard, did Ravinder Singh. But a chance that he would have wanted to have taken big wicket of Ravinder Singh. He hit that really hard.
Yeah, it really was self-preservation because it was hit very firmly by Indra Singh directly back at Bhusal. And although it's technically a drop catch, we're not going to hold that one against him. He would have loved to take the wicket, but he seemed to react a little bit late as well. Oh, that's beautifully bowled for me. Significant turn from Bhusal. And it's going to be interesting to see what the umpire signals here. He's given it as runs, remarkably. Might have been a very faint outside edge in it. This is the drop catch again.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was taking evasive action, just trying to catch the ball. That's how hard Ravinder Singh hit that.
Easy one. This has been a really good over from Bhusal. He's bowling with the short leg side boundary for the right-hander, which is giving him some protection to the left-hander with the much bigger strike, but he's bowling with nice control and good turn.
Dropping Ravinder Singh at this stage of the innings, Andrew, that could very well be a difference of 15 to 20 to the total.
Hammered down the ground, gone wide of the man at long off. He's going to run around though. Good piece of fielding from Ronnie Mustafa there. Keeps it to just 2. The captain supporting his young bowler.
Excellent piece of fielding at the boundary line. Running to his left, the captain. We don't want to be dropping Ravinder Singh. We've already seen a few lusty hits from the big left-hander. He can make you pay.
Beautifully bowled. Such bravery from Bhusal. End of the 17th. 106 for 3.
Kathmandu Kings 11. Expert single-handed catch को मार्फतबाट एउटा हातले थक्का हानिएको बल क्याच गर्नुभयो भने प्राप्त गर्नुहुनेछ रुपैयाँ 50,000 आज मानव आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ 12:30 बजे तपाईहरुलाई काले टाइममा प्रस्तुति दिनको लागि 106 रन and 3 wickets in 17 overs.
There's a Gladiators card so far. Nice to see Shard Vrasakar getting a here. He's 29 of 24, but the star of the show so far, Ravi Indra Singh.
3 overs left in the innings, and in all likelihood it's probably going to be Jitendra Kumar Mukhia, Kevin O'Brien and Bikram Bhushal to finish it off. It's going to be Kevin now to bowl the 18th over, so that's going to probably be Mukhia and Bhushal to bowl the 19th and 20th.
Here comes O'Brien. Wide outside the off stump. That's going to be signals of wide. Let's get down to the pitch side and see who Sanyuta's got.
It's a warm sunny day here in the TU grounds in Kathmandu. There's a very exciting match that's going on. र मसँग हुनुहुन्छ सोमपाल कामी from Kathmandu Kings 11. सोमपाल तपाईं मार्की प्लेयर हुनुहुन्छ यो टुर्नामेन्टको हैन तर इन्जर्ड हुनु भएको छ के लाग्छ कहिले रिकभर हुनुहुन्छ कहिले खेल्न तपाईले
मेबी 1-2 दिन अझै लाग्छ किनकि आज मैले चाहिँ रनिङ पनि गरेर हेरे हैन अनि त्यति पेन थिएन फेरि पनि अब मेन्टली हुन्छ नि फेरि ट्विस्ट भयो भने इन्जरी बढ्न पनि सक्छ हैन त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ सेफ साइडमा छु अब टिमले पनि एकदमै राम्रो गरिरहेको छ अब दुईटा विन एकदमै राम्रो टिमटा गेममा हैन टिम पनि हो अनि चान्सेसहरु पनि छ हैन त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ 2-3 दिन पछि चाहिँ कमब्याक गर्छ
ग्ल्याडिएटर्स भर्खर एउटा चौका मार्नु भयो हैन तपाईको टिमको प्लेयर्सको परफर्मेन्स कस्तो लागिराछ के हुन्छ व्हाट इज योर कस्तो लाग्छ कि टुर्नामेन्टमा काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 को परफर्मेन्स कस्तो भएको छ यसपाली
एकदमै राम्रो भएछ अब लाइक म इन्जरी भएपछि चाहिँ सेकेन्ड गेममा हल्का ल्याग भयो बट एकदमै राम्रो कमब्याक भयो हैन रोहन मुस्तफा केविन ओब्रायन अब प्रदीप एकदमै एक्सपिरियन्स प्लेयर हो हैन माथिको लेभलको क्रिकेट पनि खेले राइट भयो धेरै प्रब्लम हुँदैन उनीहरुलाई थाहा छ गेम कसरी बनाउने अनि लेट्स सी के हुन्छ
अनि जस्तै मैले सोधेँ कि प्लेयर्सको पर्फर्मेन्स कस्तो लागिरहेछ तपाईले भन्नुभयो हैन केविन ओब्रायन सबै बारेमा कुरा गर्नुभयो टुर्नामेन्टमा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ तपाईको जस्तै तपाईहरुको मेन अपोनेन्ट चाहिँ मेन टिम चाहिँ कुन हो जसलाई तपाईहरुले डिफेन्ड गर्न एकदम गाह्रो हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ
त्यस्तो केही छैन किनकि T20 हो अनि तीनटै विकेट एकदमै भनौं न चेन्ज छ त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अब जसको दिन छ त्यो दिनमा जसले पर्फर्मेन्स गर्छ त्यो चाहिँ एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट हो हैन त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ भन्न मिल्दैन केही
That was Sompal Kami with me. Thank you so much for joining us. Now back to the comments.
Yeah, thank you, Sanyuta. Great to hear from Sompal, the injured Kings captain. And whilst we were down with Sanyuta, there's been carnage on the pitch as Ravindra continues to smash the ball to all parts. Kevin O'Brien taking heavy punishment. The Kingfisher cheerleaders were set scurrying at one point. Indra fine now, Nav.
Yeah, he's going to make them pay the drop catch in the previous over. He's got 10 runs already, 8 runs already, 2 boundaries in this over. And Kevin O'Brien's figures.
Oh, terrible from Rijal. We saw he dropped a catch earlier. He seems to be very deep for a bowler of O'Brien's pace. Scurries through for a bye, although O'Brien will be relieved to have Indra Singh off strike.
Yeah, we've seen several misfields from the keepers all through the tournament this year. Hasn't been easy for them. Awkward bounce.
Yeah, at least O'Brien now can bowl to the right-handed Vasaker. He's got a little bit more protection on the leg side with the big leg side boundary. But he's going to go over the offside target, that short boundary. Oh, great stop in the field, 2 runs saved. That's fantastic work out there from Siddhant Lahani.
Excellent, they're not giving up. Fantastic piece on the boundary line from Siddhant Lahani there. Take a look at that. Was going to his natural side, to his left. And the cheerleaders look on with intent.
Being critical of the fielding at points, and I think rightly so, but that was an outstanding stop from Lahani. We have seen some moments of magic. That catch with Babar Hyatt yesterday in particular, that stood out for me. Well bowled Kevin O'Brien, shorter. You can see Vasaker's trying to target the short side, the offside.
And yet no one in the boundary line, behind square on the offside. They're inside the 30-yard circle. So that's exactly what Vesavkar is looking for. Once again, Siddhant Lahani's excellent effort at the boundary line there. Saved 2 runs for his...
Yeah, it was brilliant because he not only had to get to the ball, but actually flick it back in. O'Brien is just desperate to get out of his spell here. 1 ball to go for him. Short again, pulled away, but pulled to the large part of the ground. Should be time for 2. There is. Little fumble from Sagar Pun. O'Brien not happy. End of the 18th, 121 for 3. Gladiators card, Ravi Indra Singh, the Indian who holds a record for the highest score in the history of 3 seasons of the TVS Everest Premier League, with his stunning 125 not out of 60 balls. The Gladiators to chase down a record total, the first time over 200 had been scored in any game, and they chased it down. And I like this move. They're going to keep going with Bikram Busal, and the young leg spinner, what to hit for him. Ravi Indra Singh has hit that one straight out of the ground.
That's gone many a mile. Ravinder Singh, what a fantastic shot. Got to the pitch of the delivery, and it's not going to be easy. You're bowling the right spinner to a batsman in the final 2 overs. You're probably asking for trouble, but Bikram Bhushal has done well so far with just 20 in the first 3. That's gone well over the sides.
Yeah, lost balls there. I said I liked the move because he bowled so bravely the last over. Maybe could have got him bowling a little bit earlier in the innings, because Singh is going to be trying to hit every ball for 6 right now. And with the form he's in, that's miles almost up to the TV tower over the heads of our AP1 HD staff there.
He's going to be kicking himself for that missed opportunity, Bikram Bhushal, in the previous over.
Brave again from Bhushal. I like the way he's bowled. He's gone wicketless, but he's really shown he's got something about him. We were just talking down pitch side to the Nepal national coach Jagat Tamata, who's been here for every ball. He's watched every ball live of the TVS Everest Premier League. He says we don't have many leg spinners apart from the superstar Sandeep Lamachani. So great to see Bhushal get his chance on the biggest stage.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind flighting it, giving it some air.
That's really clever bowling. For the right-hander, it's a very short boundary on the leg side, so Bhushal puts it outside off, and Vasaker can't do anything with that apart from get Singh back on strike.
Yeah, and he's tossing it up to the left-hander as well, so that's very brave from the Yug length spinner. Just 9 deliveries left. Yeah, what do we have?
The field for Bhushal, he's got 3 men in the deep on the leg side, and of course long off is out as well, and deep cover. Hit towards O'Brien, it's gone over his head. There's protection there. It's Sidney Lahani, but plenty of time to get back for 2.
131 the score now. Quickly moved on to 73 as the Indian.
Into the deep on the leg side. There's a man coming in towards it. It's going to bounce in front of him. Mukaya puts his hands on his head in front of me here. He says, was that a chance? 2 more runs to the total.
It's the longer side of the boundary, and everyone were right at the boundary line because Ravinder Singh was on strike. And since he didn't connect that well, it fell short of the fielders. A lot of gaps on the offside.
Hit towards the offside. That's gone over the head of Kevin O'Brien. Lahani's going to run around. He's done a lot of work on that deep cover boundary. Plenty of time to get back for 2. He's going to end up with none for 34, Bhushal, but it's a good spell. The Gladiators, 135 for 3.
The final over of the first innings here. The Kathmandu Kings 11 against the Bhairahawa Gladiators. 3-on-3 for the Bhairahawa Gladiators. They have 6 points to their tally. Kathmandu Kings 11, 4 points to them. And if they win this, they go on to 6 of 4 games. So it's going to even things out and open the tournament up completely. Pick of the bowlers, Jitendra Mukhya bowling the final over.
Yeah, so just going to be the 5 bowlers used for the Kings. They had their plans, they stuck with them. And you can see the crowd there. They're wanting more sixers in the final over of the innings. Crowd really starting to flow in. And remember, if you're in Kathmandu today, get on down to the Bharatnagar Warriors game. Do they play this afternoon? Who we got this afternoon? No, we got the Pokhara Rhinos against
the Chitwan
Tigers. 1 o'clock. It'll be just 100 rupees for an adult and 50 for a student on the gate. So come on down, great value. We had 11,500 for the last Saturday fixture, the opening game. I'm expecting a big crowd this afternoon. Oh, that's very, very clever batting. from Chard Visaker. He walks across his stump, flicks it over the fine leg who's up in the circle. That's 4 runs.
Fantastic. Excellent batting from the captain. Takes one step right, and what does he do? Scoops it over, short fine leg for a simple boundary. Intelligent batting from the captain here, making use of the pace. Knew that the fielder was inside the 30-yard circle. Good start to the over.
Yeah, you could have maybe made an argument for Mukaya to actually bowl his 4 overs out straight up top. He was getting such significant movement. It was such an impressive spell. They decided to save one back for him to bowl the toughest over of the innings, the death over. And over number 20 is off to the perfect start for the batting side with a boundary 4. It's going to bring about a change in the field. Kevin O'Brien is going to come down in front of us here to fine leg. Third man has come up into the circle. Full hammered down the ground towards long off. I think they're going to be happy with 1 because Ravinder Singh says, I don't want 2 because I want the strike.
Yep, with 4 deliveries left, and it also brings up the 100 partnership for the Gladiators. Ravinder Singh 77 and Vesavkar 39 out of the 100. What a crucial partnership this is for the Gladiators. The only team unbeaten so far, and they'd want to continue that run. Right, here we go. 4 deliveries left. Jitendra Mukhya to the hard-hitting Indian Ravinder Singh.
Yeah, all sorts of chaos in the field placement. He doesn't quite know what he wants to do. It's a short leg side boundary for Singh. He's going to target that.
And Andrew, 100 runs coming up in 10 overs. Fantastic partnership.
Yeah, the Kings were right on top early. They exploited those early conditions that are helpful to the bowlers very well. But as the sunshine comes out, the dew burns off, the movement stops. It's a very good pitch. These 2 outer pitches at the Kurdapur International Cricket Ground are top drawer. And I think if they can get up to 150, 155 somehow, be right about par. Full toss heaved into the leg side. There's a man out there, but it's gone wide of him. It's going to be 6 pits. Is that a no? Very close to the waist height, Nav.
I don't think that's a no ball. It probably looked fine. He hits them big, doesn't he? No chance for the fielder whatsoever, and it's the shorter side of the ground. He's full use of that. Full toss. That was close. Yes, that was close, but he hit it so cleanly.
Yeah, probably just beneath waist height. So good decision from the umpires. Mukaya looking for the block hole, but giving Singh the full toss. 3 balls left in the innings. Hit into the leg side. They're going to push hard for 2, I'd expect here, to get Singh back on strike, which they do. It split the 2 fielders. Singh can't get another 100 here, barring some kind of miracle, but he's been sensational again.
Yeah, he's been the standout batsman once again for the Gladiators. Very different the situation when he walked into bat. In his first game chasing 215, there was only one approach. You go big from ball number 1, but a completely different situation. Walked in when his team was 2 down.
Into the block hole, well bowled Mukaya. Very impressive, just going to be a single. And Ravinder Singh in this innings has now moved to become the tournament's leading run scorer, going past Richard Levy.
Yep, it's been the foreign players who have dominated this edition of the TVS Everest Premier League with the bat. Richard Levy, Gaurav Tomar, Ravinder Singh, Sharat Vesavkar, Kolsawala, a whole bunch of fantastic international players.
Yeah, Vesavkar, one of the more impressive local batsmen. Kevin O'Brien, another foreign star to really strike. We've seen flashes from Coates, from Sterling, little glimpses from Tendashadi as well, but really the local batsmen have struggled, with the exception of maybe Dipendra Singh Airi, Vesavkar, and Karen KC with his big hitting. Last ball of the innings. Into the block hole, bowled him, good finish, big celebration from Mukaya. Gladiators going to end 149, and the Kings will need an even 150 to make it 2 wins in 2 days.
Despite going for 14 runs, you'd probably have to say that was a good last over from Jitendra Singh Mukhia. And it's 149. I guess very evenly poised. Difficult to pick a team, to be honest. It's going to be an interesting second innings, and we're going to come back to you very shortly. 149 for 3. Andrew, come on. You've been good with your predictions so far. Who's your money on?
Yeah, so look, for me, the Gladiators are unbeaten, but I'd say the batting highlights here, you can see the Gladiators struggled early. They really did, but Ravindra Singh, he rode that wave. He battled through early, and then he started to show his power straight down the ground. 4 sixes in his innings. Some powerful strike, a terrible effort at the expert one-handed catch in the crowd there. That was 50 up for Singh. That was a glorious shot. It sent the Kingfisher cheerleaders scurrying. And no bigger than that one off Busal. Clever batting from Basakar. Nice little innings, a nice cameo from Basakar. It ended on the last ball. But again, we're to see a local get 50. With the Jared Basakar, he fell. He was actually bowled off the last ball of the innings for 39. So the Gladiators 149 for 4. They're going to finish with Nav. And as you said, you asked me just moments ago, where is this game placed now? The Kings will be happy to chase 150 on what's a good batting wicket. And if Mustafa and O'Brien can get going. Yeah, this was early. Look at this. Kevin O'Brien claiming one after being hit for a boundary. Nicely bowled by Sahu. He trapped Tendashade. Tendo thought it was a little bit big, and then that's the last ball of the innings.
Yeah, it was an uncharacteristic knock from Tendashade. Here's a quick look at the bowling card. The standout to me, Jitendra Singh Mukhia, 2 for 25. Went for just 11 runs in his first spell in 3 overs. And he wouldn't mind 14 in the last over. He got the wicket as well.
Yeah, Mustafa proving so hard to get away. No wickets for him today. Kevin O'Brien, the most expensive, but possibly bowling the most difficult parts of the match. And Busal, he this, but I was really impressed with his leg spin. And he's a name to watch for as well. Maybe an understudy for Sandeep Lamichhane. So it's going to be an even 150 the Kings will need. And we'll join you with that chase in less than 10 minutes' time.
Don't you? Or personal stylist or tailor? Stylist.
So we'll start from a target is what he's saying. We'll start from a target. Come on, you're the lead.
What are we talking about?
They're going to start from the target. That's what they're saying.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Now he feels that a director's feel is important.
Oh no, he's the main man. The only one who does his work in this box. It was anywhere. Yeah, I agree with that. And doesn't talk alone. Nope. Let's speak for the quiet people. No, it's so quiet.
Yeah, welcome back to the morning game of Super Saturday at the TVS Everest Premier League. It's the day we were all looking forward to, the weekend. You can see the crowd filling up. And the batsman walking out, the Kathmandu Kings captain. He's going to open the batting, Amit Trishra, and they're going to need 150 after a very interesting first innings. It ebbed and flowed. It was all Kings to start with, early wickets, but then the class of Ravindra Singh and a lovely cameo from Sharad Vasakar got the Gladiators to battle up to 149. And I'm delighted to welcome in the commentary box next to me after a very long beauty sleep, which I don't think he needs, the great man, Suraj Giri. How are you, Suraj?
Never been better, Andrew. Delightful Saturday ahead of us, a doubleheader EPL 2018. The only Saturday that has a doubleheader in the entire season of 2018. Amit Shrestha and Rohan Mustafa, the two batsmen out there in the middle. Proceedings for the Kathmandu Kings 11. Amit Shrestha has gotten decent start, but has never gone on to capitalize in those. And Rohan Mustafa, in his first game yesterday, he was brilliant to watch.
Yeah, he was superb. But another man who was superb is going to open the bowling for the Gladiators. That's the UAE. The UAE's Mohammad Naveed. He's going to be bowling to his national team captain in Rohan Mustafa, although not right from the start with Mustafa not on strike. And for me, Suraj, Mohammad Naveed bowled one of the two spells of the tournament so far. He took a 4-wicket haul shortly after getting off a plane and landing here in Kathmandu. That and Lalit Singh Bandari's 4-wicket left arm seam yesterday, which somehow clung the Tigers back into life, got them back in the tournament, including the amazing wicket with that stunning catch of Babar Hyatt. They're the two spells of the tournament, so I'm really looking forward to watching Mohammad Naveed bowl again now.
Yeah, you say T20 especially is a batsman's game, but so far the TVS EPL 2018, it's favoured the bowlers sometime. We've had big run feasts as well. And Naveed, these two players will know everything about each other. Look at that economy.
Yeah, that was the spell I'm referring to. 14 off his 4 overs, and he was simply too quick at points for the local batsman. Let's get it on. 150 to win. Cut away straight to point to start with. You must be looking forward only the second innings, but the afternoon game and the crowd filling up here, Suraj.
Absolutely, absolutely. Was just talking to the organisers and how they can sort out easier access for the crowd. A lot of security has been added. So if you're thinking about joining us here at TU, don't think, just be here.
Exactly. You'd be mad not to get on down. 100 rupees for adults, 50 for students. And of course, Suraj, you can just pay on the gate when you arrive.
You can. Most of the tickets are sold that way.
Yeah, this was Mohammad Naveed's spell. Raw pace and a few absolute beauties. Putting the arms out. This was what I loved. The away swinger to the left-hander, the in-swinger to the left-hander. It was the 2-card trick. 2 wickets in 2 bowls and too quick from Mohammad Naveed.
So what's going to be the tactics here from Kathmandu Kings 11 then? Given that they don't have to go even 8 runs and over, do they just look to see the spell of Mohammad Naveed out, Andrew?
Yeah, look, I think often you'll look at the opposition's bowling lineup in a T20. You think of the likes of a Rashid Khan or a Sandeep Lamachani, these superstars, you think, can I just get through that spell, maybe 4 overs, none for 20? And if we do that, let's target 1 or 2 of the other bowlers, because they need 7.5 and over. So if they can keep Mohammad Naveed wicketless, you'd have to say the Kings will have a big chance.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that Mohammad Naveed is not going to bowl those looseners. You'll have to wait for those loose deliveries, and but not try and be too cheeky, not try and innovate too much with the bowler of Naveed's class bowling. But what's going to be an interesting battle, of course, is Mustafa and Naveed. But I'm also looking forward to seeing these youngsters from Nepali cricket face someone of Naveed's caliber.
Yeah, well, we saw in the first game he was just too quick for them. Nice bowling from Naveed, but the Kings innings underway with a single. You can see at the bottom of the screen there, Suraj. Please do talk to us using that hashtag EPLT20, whether you're on Facebook or Twitter. Or I look at Sangyuta in the back of our box here, the Instagram expert that she is. Any of those platforms, use that hashtag EPLT20. Ask us a question, and I'm going to read that question out in the 4th over. So you've got about 10 minutes to get your questions into us. Use that hashtag, and we'll see. Ask us anything you want. Who's your favourite players? Who do you think's going to win the tournament? Ask us a question. Myself and Suraj would be happy to answer it here and share this wonderful TVS Everest Premier League experience with you. Oh, just off his hip. It's probably going to be leg boys, I suspect. The umpire's given it as runs. Might have just been a little bit of glove involved. First boundary.
Yep. No matter how good a bowler you are, sometimes you are going to stray in line. So the first boundary brings Kathmandu Kings 11 score up to 5 after the end of first over.
So 5 runs off the first over, and bowling in tandem with Mohammad Naveed. Like in the last game, it's going to be Krishna Kartki. Not the same pace as Naveed by any stretch. Opening partnership in the last game. Remember, the Gladiators unbeaten in this tournament, the only remaining unbeaten side, which really shows just how competitive it's been this year.
And also, if Kathmandu Kings 11 win this game, then I guess be fair to say that they've secured themselves a position at the playoffs.
Yeah, you're spot on, mate. Kings win today, they will advance definitely to the last 4. They'll also have a chance of finishing because they've only played 3 games so far. Here's the table. But if you look at that net run rate the Kings 11 have, if they were to lose today, they're probably going to have to win their last game to get into the top 4, because I fancy the Chitwan Tigers are on a roll now. They're going to beat the Rhinos this afternoon, and if they, with a decent net run rate boost, the Warriors and the Kings 11 could be in trouble. Yeah, that's a nice shot, but there is protection in the deep cover. Oh, another misfield. How many misfields have we seen this season, Suraj?
Enough. Andrew, I was speaking to Nathan yesterday, coach of Pokhara Rhinos, and immediately after the match he was so disappointed that they dropped so many catches. Some easy ones, some absolute sitters were being dropped, some easy stops were being converted into boundaries by the fielders.
Yeah, and it's interesting because that's exactly what Kyle Coates said, the Rhinos captain, in the post-match presentation. He said, I think our batting's been good enough. I think in the first 2 games our bowling was poor, but the final 2 matches their bowling was good, but it was the fielding that cost them. If they held on to any one of those 4 or 5 chances they dropped in the chase yesterday, the Kings, I think they'd have got over the line. but they didn't. The Rhinos are winless after 4 games. They're out. They're going home. They're going to have one last chance to entertain the crowd this afternoon, but they'll be coming up against the Chitwan Tigers side that must win. Nicely bowled by Karki. An appeal. Just going to be a single. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire. He's given that one his run, so maybe a little bit of inside edge.
Here's a question for you, Andrew. Who do you think is the best fielding side playing the TVS EPL 2018?
Yeah, it's ironic given that we've just seen a misfield here, but the 2 standout fielding sides for me are the Gladiators and the Warriors. The Warriors in particular helped by Roelof van der Merwe, who's been simply outstanding with the ball and in the field, not so much with the bat so far this year. He's struggled a bit with the bat. Which, yeah, probably comes as a little surprise that the Warriors and the Gladiators, the 2 standout sides. But the Warriors in a bit of trouble. They lost their last 2. They've never lost a game in the EPL until a couple of days ago. Now they've lost 2 on the bounce. If they lose a 3rd one on the bounce, they could be going out.
And Chitwan Tigers would be desperately hoping that's the case. But Biratnagar Warriors not being able to find the kind of momentum that they found themselves in. Coming back to form, 90 odd runs he scored in their last game, but still not enough in a losing cause it was.
Yeah, Hyatt's innings yesterday was simply outstanding. 90 off 43 balls, something like that. Down the track, hit into the sky. That's a glorious strike into the crowd. A chance at the expert one-hander. Goes down, but it's 6 runs. Brilliant batting from Rahul Mustafa.
Well, 2 beautiful sights. Of course, once when the leather struck the willow, and another when the ball was soaring high in the air. All the fans coming together try and get that single-handed catch and win rupees 50,000. A couple of shimmies down the track, and away she goes. 2 overs down then. Kathmandu Kings 11, 16 without loss.
Bhairahawa Gladiators for a
Cut away off the first ball of Naveed, 2nd over, and to end the 2nd over of the innings we saw an outstanding strike from Rohan Mustafa, who's flown to 11 off 3 balls. And the thing I loved was the way the crowd all gathered in anticipation, because it so high into the sky. Look at him down the track. That was absolutely out of the middle, and everyone running towards where they think the ball is. And the expert one-handed catch in the crowd going down. Not helping each other there in the crowd. Hit down the ground towards mid-off. Going to be a dot ball. Shard Vasaker tidying up. It's not going to be a dot ball because we're going to have yet another error in the field, with Vasaker's throw at the stumps leading to an overthrow.
Well, I like the technique that Amit Shastra is using at the moment. Introducing the full face of the bat. He's not going cross the line. And there's the expert miss again. Almost there. So close yet so far.
Yeah, he actually got a clean one-hander on it. It's difficult to see from our commentary position because there's such a glare with the low winter sun that we have coming across the ground. I thought it went clean down, but it was just a little deflection off the one-hander. Of course, we've seen 2 expert one-handed catch in the crowds so far. 50,000 rupees awarded twice. Big appeal from Naveed against his UAE national captain. Given not out, how he would love to claim his skipper's wicket.
Given the angle, probably that was sliding down the leg side. And also the height is what the umpires indicated. Didn't think height was much of an issue. We can have a look again.
Yeah, going down. Huge appeal. You're spot on, sir. Actually did a bit off the pitch, that one. Not so much in the air. Naveed hitting the seam. Loving this little battle between the 2 Emiratis. Good delivery from Naveed. So quick beating his captain for pace. These guys have played a lot of cricket together, remember. So a nice little narrative here between the two of them. They're doing too much. Going to be signalled wide that time.
So Mustafa and Naveed would know everything about each other. It's very important that Mustafa holds most of the strike. Of course, Amit Shrestha so far, but they wouldn't want to lose wicket. Plenty of batting to come for the Kathmandu Kings 11 side, though, with Kevin O'Brien finding in some form. The likes of Raju Rizal, Sagar Pun. Of course, they're still missing Sompal Kami.
Clipped off his legs. There's a man at fine leg. Yet another misfield. Mix up in the running as well, but they got back for two. You can see what Naveed's trying to do. He's trying to come round the wicket, angle it in, get the ball to shape in and cause Mustafa problems. But he just strayed in line the last two deliveries now.
Yeah, he'll have to be careful here. The spell that we saw Naveed bowl last time, you could see outswingers, you could see in-swingers, so he wants to keep the batsman in two minds, but at the moment it's not working out for him, not being consistent in line, and I don't think the pitch is helping him too much.
Yeah, lovely to see that there. Bhuban Karki going over and tying the shoe of the batsman. Great spirit of cricket on show here. Inside edge, was that a chance? No, given his boys, no inside edge. 4 runs to the total, but it goes against the keeper.
You missed everything, that one. Mohammad Naveed's that proved difficult to handle. Yeah, absolutely came from inside, but was there an inside edge, Andrew?
Oh, you're on boys and boys only. The umpire was completely correct. Just such extravagant swing from Naveed. And the poor fielding and wicket keeping continues. We saw a drop catch from Raju Rizal this morning. This time it's Pradeep Bairi behind the stumps with the miss. They can't afford that, the Gladiators. Oh, that's beautifully bowled, but again probably doing too much and going down leg. You can see he's pleading for the wicket of his UAE captain. End of the third over. It's 25 for none. King's card. Mustafa 13 off 7 and Shrestha 6 off 11. Just a slight break in as that full delivery from Mohammad Naveed really hurt his UAE national captain. It was a Yorker. It was a fast, quick Yorker that crashed into the boot of Rohan Mustafa. Mohammad Naveed went up with a huge appeal. I thought it was too much and going down leg, but it's hurt the UAE captain. Some running repairs to his shoe, to his foot. Looked a nasty blow when it hits you right on the boot. Oh, it was the back foot. Yeah, and you can see not a lot of protection there. And that's why Mustafa's in such pain. Naveed was pleading for the wicket, but clearly missing legs, Suraj.
Well, all 3 stumps were exposed. No way that was going to go ahead. But yeah, that's a nasty blow. Onto his heel. Ryan Tendoshade, the star of Netherlands cricket team, has arrived here for the first time in Kathmandu, playing the TVS EPL 2018. Will have a bowl now. He's had a decent tournament so far, but going further, his team will rely on his batting abilities more, I think. Tinder Shate. Such a nice person off the field as well.
Yeah, he's a real gent. And that moment earlier in the week where he was awarded player of the match, and he said, no, I'm not taking this award, I'm giving this to young Avanesh Pokhara. That was a huge touch of class. Might be time for a question from that hashtag EPLT20. Fielders getting a bit excited, but just a stop ball there. I've got a question from Ujjwal Sharma for both of us, Suraj. Who do you think is the best all-round player from Nepal in this edition of EPL till now? I'm going to start with just one name. It's got to be Karen KC for me. Not so much with the ball, more with the bat. We saw here on the replay. Oh my goodness, nowhere to be seen. That would have been run out by miles. That's why the reaction from the Gladiators. What local names have stood out for you, Suraj?
You'll have to let me answer the question first next time, because you tend to give out the names that I've been thinking. But apart from him, I thought Sompal Kami would have been a great asset this tournament, but sadly he's not contesting because of an injury. But I hope to see him back in the playoffs. And talking about all-round cricketers, I think Karan KC is definitely up there. He's the only batsman, only Nepali player who's been up there winning matches for his teams.
Yeah, I think I'll add another name as well, Dipendra Singh Airi. He's batted well, and although his off-spin's been sparingly used, he showed great nerve to close out the game yesterday for the Tigers. Outside edge, there's a third man in place, just going to be a single. And I'll just give you one final name. I think if we're talking about all-rounders, you can't look much further than Sharad Vasakar himself. You know, he's been very impressive here for the Gladiators. He doesn't use his bowling a huge amount these days, but a nice little cameo today. Difficult to pick many batsmen because hasn't been many Nepali batsmen getting many runs. If the question was outstanding bowlers, we'd have a list as long as your arm. But all-rounders, it's got to be Karen KC for me.
Rohitella, Amar Singh Rohitella is another name, but so far he hasn't had much to do with his bat. Especially because in yesterday's game, the Kathmandu Kings 11's top order went on to win the match for them. Rohitella could be another pick. There are a lot of all-rounders, but so far they've not had enough opportunities with the foreign players playing so well. We haven't seen enough of them.
Yeah, we talked about the world coming to Kathmandu, to Nepal, for the TVS Everest Premier League 2018. And the world's been dominating this league so far. What we've seen from a lot of the foreign overseas players is the fact that they've been used in both disciplines. You know, Tenda Shade here, ball and bat. Kevin O'Brien, ball and bat. Paul Sterling, ball and bat. Rohan Mustafa, ball and bat. So getting real value from the overseas players. And I like the way there's only 3 of them allowed. I think 3 is a good number. Maybe 4, but 3 is a nice number. It gives the Nepal players a chance to shine. Single to end the 4th over. It's 28 for none.
Kathmandu Kings 11 versus Bhairahawa Gladiators. As a 12 बजे माला लिम्बू आउँदैछ dance performance को लागि 28 runs in 4 overs. 150 को target गरेको छ. के लाग्छ कसले जित्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ तपाईहरुलाई? Bowling गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ कृष्ण कार्की.
Going to have another change of bowling now. He's actually changing ends, Krishna Karki. So he's going to replace Mohammed Naveed. Interesting to see him change bowling ends. Any thoughts behind why this case, Suraj?
Well, oftentimes, I mean, I'm sure Karki has had plenty to bowl in the TU International Cricket ground. Oftentimes, as a bowler, you tend to feel that you're better when you're bowling from one of these ends. And maybe Karki went up and had a word with Vesuvakar saying that I want to bowl from the other end.
Down the track. There's a long on in place, so that's just going to be a single.
And also, Andrew, all my life I've been hearing that there's a slight slope moving from the commentator's end towards the far end. And Charlotte Vesewakar, I'm sure, is aware of that. Just a little slope, just the minutest of slopes, minutest of inclinations.
Yeah, it's by no means Lords in terms of the slope, but certainly maybe a couple of degrees downhill.
Yeah.
Nicely bowled from Corky. Time for another question on that hashtag EPL T20. This comes from Devon, and he says, how important is this tournament for the youngsters from Nepal? And I'm going to start by answering that and saying it's absolutely crucial. You've got the exposure to the foreign players, the experience, the likes of Tendashade, Naveed, Kevin O'Brien. These guys have played hundreds of international matches, and that can't help. And I'll tell you another reason it's crucial, because the man who is the Nepal national coach, Mr. Jagat Tamada, he's watched every single ball of this competition. He's watched it live. So if you want to impress the national coach and learn from the overseas stars, you can do that. Hit down the ground, long off, it come up. The change of the field, Shrestha is going to get 4.
Yep, Charlotte Vesewakar thinking that it had to be Mustafa to fetch that boundary. That is why probably not having the long off back. Half a chance maybe, but that was hammered down the ground.
What about you, Suraj? Why is this tournament so important for the local Nepali cricketers?
Well, the entire idea behind the construct of TVS EPL 2018 is to help these players grow their cricketing standards. That, of course, can only happen with influential, experienced players coming inside Nepal and playing with these players, not just teaching them, not just coaching them, but playing with them. It's a learning process for the Nepali players.
And you could even see there, you know, Mohammed Naveed coming over to Krishna Karki. He's helping him. You can only learn from that.
Absolutely, Andrew. And it's also important for the Nepali players to make best use out of this opportunity and not be shy and going in and having a word with these international cricket stars and getting...
And a change in the field. Sorry to interrupt you, Suraj, but the keeper's come up to the stumps and long off has gone back. So that single boundary has brought about a change. Good piece of fielding. Backward point. He's not a quick bowler by any stretch, Karki, so Pradeep Bharti up to the stumps, a good move.
Yeah, especially because Amit Shrestha really likes to use its feet. And now with a long off down there as well, it's going to be harder for him to hit down the ground and to generate the power required. It's a good move from Vesewakar. I'm sure Naveed had some insights.
Hit out into the offside for what's going to be a single. Crowd really starting to fill up now. Certainly the biggest crowd for a morning game we've seen in this year's TVS Everest Premier League. Do you think by the time we get to the afternoon match we'll exceed the opening day crowd of about 12,500?
Well, we're counting on it. I got a quick crowd attendance from the ticketing partner DigiPay, and they told me about 3,600 tickets were already been sold this morning itself. We're expecting that number to rise to somewhere up to 13 to 15,000 today, Andrew.
Hit down the ground. That's a brilliant shot from Rahan Mustafa. Mid-off was in the circle. It flew over. Away for a boundary 4. After 5 overs, it's 38 for none. Yeah, that's the crowd we were just talking about, really starting to fill up the Kirtipur International Cricket Ground in Kathmandu. I'm looking forward to getting out into that crowd, so I'm going to leave you now and I'm going to pass you over to the very capable hands of Navneet Krishna, who will be joined by New Zealand's Francis Mackay.
Thank you, Andrew. And it has been a good, solid start here from the Kathmandu Kings 11 here. They've looked good, not too much risk early on, and they've still got 1 over left to use this power play. Can they make the best use of it here? Tendescata just straying down the leg side there, but nicely clipped away. He's got protection down there, letting him go nice and straight, but a little bit too leg side for his liking.
Good morning, Francis. Kathmandu Kings 11, like you mentioned, looking very good. And on course for making it 2-2. Chased down 165 quite convincingly yesterday. Definitely on course to doing that today as well. Shot! Fantastic! 1 bounce! And over the boundary she goes. Over covers. He's very confident, is the captain, Rohan Mustafa.
Yeah, just starting to get into his work now, isn't he? Just the last couple of overs we've seen him start to open the shoulders a wee bit. And this is a fantastic shot from Mustafa here.
Scored a very crucial 40 yesterday, last evening, of 31 deliveries, playing a pivotal role in 165, and he's already moved on to 24 in just the 6th over. Mind you, they don't have Anand Subramaniam today, the one who closed out the game yesterday with Kevin O'Brien. Shot! Over the top this time, over long off. Is that a 6? Yes, it is. He's making it look so easy. It's starting to ease the pitch. They scored 100 in the last 10 overs, did the Gladiators, and Mustafa, he's taking this away from the Gladiators very early on.
Yeah, we saw a wee field change with third man coming up in the ring and long off going back. Doesn't matter at all.
And looked for that 6 once again. Almost got caught at long off. Not the best outing for Ryan Tendescata today. Well, he was struggling with the bat in hand, and 15 already in the first 10 deliveries.
Classy player, but hasn't been at his best today. Won't have been overly thrilled with how his day has gone so far. So we'll be really looking to pick up a wicket or 2 here.
They were in a very similar situation yesterday as well. Now the required run rate is just about 7 to the over with the lineup that they have, and more importantly Kevin O'Brien yet to come. They will fancy their chances this morning.
Yeah, they've started really well here, bringing up the 50, no wickets down, just inside the 6 overs. So you would say they've used this power play well. They've looked to attack with only those 2 fielders out here.
Shot! Take that! Amit Shrestha says, hold on. And to the act as well. Just the sound of the bat. Oh, that's music to the ears. Played at 54 for no loss. Picked that straight away. Picked it so early. Dispatch it over the square leg boundary. They're going a 9 to the over so far. Highlights from the first 6 overs. No wicket for the Gladiators, and Rohan Mustafa, the aggressor so far. 31 of 17. Amit Shrestha giving him good company.
How much are they going to rue that run-out chance? Only had 1 stump to aim at, but he was so close. You'd hope he can get a little touch on those stumps, but unfortunately no, and they survived, and they've gone on to pile on a big score in this first power play.
And there's going to be a change in the bowling. It's going to be Bhuvan first over. Mohammad Naveed, Krishna Karki, Tendescata, the 3 of them tried their best to get 1 wicket at least. Now Bhuvan Kaki's turn to get them the first wicket. He's bowling to the captain, Rohan Mustafa.
see the stats. He hasn't yet picked up a wicket in this tournament either.
Oh, no, you don't want to be doing anything silly here, not at this stage. This is a good solid start. They would just want to build on. That's what Ravinder Singh and the captain Sharad did in the first innings. You've got your eye in, you want to build on now.
Much more sensible batting there, isn't it? Respecting the good ball, just able to knock it into the offside for one, get down the other end, have a couple of deep breaths, settle himself down, because he's in, he's away, he's running, he's 32 off 19 now, but this is the time you don't want to toss it away. You want to go on, get that big score, and that'll mean you'll end up there winning the game for your team.
And they have enough of firepower in the dugout to make sure that they go home. Raju Rijal, Siddhant Lohani, Sagar Pun, a lot of local talent in this team. Another misfield, not going to help the Gladiators' cause. We've seen several misfields this morning as well, and that's been the trend all through the tournament.
It's a little bit up and down, isn't it, the outfield? It's a wee bit bumpy and bobbly, but still the number of misfields we're seeing is disappointing.
Turns it away onto the leg side, another single, much more like it. This is the need of the hour so far. Sensible stuff from the captain.
And just recognising as well that the bowling that is difficult, it's that good length on the stumps, making it hard to play, and just here respecting it and trying to knock it round for ones.
Shot. Just on the bounce to the square leg fielder, and that single ends the 7th over, 58 for no loss.
We just see the Kingfisher cheerleaders there showing us their stuff. Fantastic to have them here entertaining the crowd, which is just steadily building throughout the course of the day as well. The sun's out, it's a beautiful day down at the ground. Just fans slowly in, and it's great to see. Remember, it's only 100 rupees for adults, 50 rupees for kids. If you are around in the Kathmandu area, get on in and have a watch at this fantastic cricket game.
Yep, this is the Super Saturday. And it's all to play for in every single game. Huge consequences as every team try to cement their place in the playoffs, and not just cementing their place in the playoffs, they want to be there at number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, well, if you make it into that top 2, it gives you an extra. It gives you a chance, because as we've seen, the toss can be quite crucial in these games. It gives you a bit of life if things don't go your way the first time.
Right. Oh, confusion. Rohan Mustafa comes back in, and he's absolutely livid with his partner there. Complete chaos in the center. Called for the run. Amit Shrestha nodded his head and then turns back. And left his captain stranded. Thankfully, he was able to make his way back. Yeah, much better communication there. Francis, important question at this point of time. They still to bowl Avinash Bora. Now, he's probably been the standout medium pacer for the Gladiators. Crucial game. No wickets down. 7 overs completed. At what point would you want to bring him on?
Well, I'm a little surprised, actually, that we haven't seen him already. I'm a little baffled that they haven't tried him for one already. Even in that power play, just try to grab a wicket, grab a bit of momentum back. But obviously they've got a plan. Maybe they want to use him coming up soon and then have him left for the death. But I'd have to say he needs to be into the attack soon for me.
Yeah, he's been their go-to bowler. Sharat's go-to bowler. Ever so often he gets them the breakthrough that they need. And how badly do they need a wicket here? No. Come on, they have to be tidier on the field to the Gladiators. You don't want to be gifting runs in a crucial game. And mind you, this is crucial even for the Gladiators, even though they've been unbeaten so far. Every team would want to be there, right at the top of the table. And now missed that completely, did the keeper. This is disappointing from the Gladiators. Misfield of the previous delivery. The keeper missed completely. And 4 byes now. Not going well for the Gladiators.
No, one of those ones that the bowler, you can hear him cry out with anguish as to that going through. Shouldn't be bowling there.
There you go. What a comeback. Played all around it, did the captain Rohan Mustafa. Completely missed the line. What happens? The captain Sharat Vesavkar gets the captain Rohan Mustafa. First wicket down.
I just looked in the last couple of overs like he just lost a little bit of intent, got a with the running, maybe just got out of that optimum performance zone, but yeah, just looked like he was playing for turn and just a little tickle back onto the stumps, and that's the first wicket down. Couldn't come at a better time. 68 for 1 after 8 overs. New batsman in now, Sagapun. He's been great throughout the tournament. That high score of 39. He's a couple of good contributions as well. You can notice that strike rate well up over 100, and that's what's needed here. He just needs to come in, get into his work, create another partnership here, keep ticking it over, build on the score, because run rate still under 7 runs required and over, so very, very important to just keep working here.
Yeah, you said that right. We've been speaking so much about the local Nepali talent and especially the batsmen.
Just to put the pressure on. Be a crucial time here if they can really break this Kathmandu Kings 11 momentum here.
Punches it off his back foot, just the single, and Sagarpun goes off strike, gets off the mark. 1 delivery left in the 9th over.
Makes a difference, doesn't it? That ability to hit a boundary early in the over just takes all the pressure off. Already we've had 8 off this over and not too much risk at all.
That's all they got to do. There you go. Plenty of gaps on the leg side. Turns it away for another single. 9 overs completed and the Kathmandu Kings 11, 77 for 1.
There you have it, the bowling card on your screen right now. Mohammad Naveed, clearly the standout bowler so far. Bubin Kaki, he's been good. He's been going at just over 6 and over, but there's only been the one wicket that's fallen so far, which has been the thing that's really Gladiators back here.
It's going to be interesting to see when Kevin O'Brien comes in to bat, where you've probably expected him to have come at number 3. Shot once again in the hitting arc, and he connects well, does Amit Shrestha. 4 more, pierces the long mid-wicket fielders. This is a very good knock here from Amit Shrestha. He's turning it on, and he's playing the aggressor, the role of the aggressor now after his captain has departed. Excellent run rate so far from the Kings 11.
Yeah, well up over 8 and over, and this is really good batting here. That mid-wicket in the ring, they're in nice and tight, so it's just X away for 4. Oh, hands on heads all around there. Is that a wee chance going back to the bowler there?
Yeah, it probably looked like Sharat Vesavkar had a chance there. But this looks very doable, Francis. 68 and 64. You have to back the batting team to go on from here.
Ooh, outstanding fielding down there, running around from that fine leg position, diving away to his right, saving those valuable runs. But yeah, I agree. Anytime you're chasing upwards of 140, and in this case today needing 150, you need your top order to make use of those first 6 overs, that power play. You need them to get a good start, and done everything that's required at the moment.
Yes, it was definitely a chance for Sharat Vesavkar off his own bowling there, and that was a lot simpler. You can't be dropping catches. That looked regulation to me. And Amit Shrestha gets another chance. It's been very disappointing on the field from the Gladiators. They've dropped catches, plenty of missed fields, and in the process have let the Kathmandu Kings 11 slowly and steadily run away with this game. Nice, handsome looking gone off drive from Sagar Pun. He's technically looked very sound. 10 overs completed at the halfway mark. It's 85 for 1. Back live, the final 10 overs of the game, chasing 150. And the Kings 11 are well on course. They're looking good. 85 for 1 at the halfway mark. And a change in the commentary box. It's going to be Rajan and Bibu Shrestha.
Thank you, Navneet. Avinash Bora आफ्नो पहिलो ओभर लिएर यो म्याचको राम्रो बलिङ गर्दै आएका छन्, कन्सिस्टेन्ट बलिङ गर्दै आएका छन् यो टुर्नामेन्टमा सोफा टिभीएस EPL को सबैभन्दा राम्रो नेपाली बलर स्लिङ्गी एक्सनका साथ सिम अफ डिलिभरिजहरू नेचुरली फुल लेन्थ गर्छन् भने मिक्सअप गरेर लेन्थ पनि तान्ने गरेका छन्। भ्यान्डर मर्वे जजको जस्तो ब्याट्सम्यान आउट गरिसकेका छन् यो टुर्नामेन्टमा। अविनाश बोरा, सागर पनि स्ट्राइकमा।
आजको दिनको पहिलो खेल काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 र भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्सको बीच। काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 लाई कुनै पनि हालतमा जित आवश्यक छ यदि प्लेअफमा आफ्नो स्थान सुरक्षित बनाउन चाहन्छ भने। भैरवा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स यस अघि नै 3 वटा खेल जितेर अङ्क तालिकामा दोस्रो स्थानमा रहँदै अहिलेसम्मको अवस्थामा प्लेअफमा स्थान बनाइसकेको छ र यसपछिको दोस्रो खेल आज हुने चितवन टाइगर्स र पोखरा राइनोज र चितवन टाइगर्स बीचको खेल। चितवन टाइगर्सको लागि अत्यावश्यक जित र पोखरा राइनोजको लागि हार्नको लागि केही पनि छैन। एउटा कन्सोलेसन जित निकाल्न चाहन्छ टुर्नामेन्टमा, त्यसैको लागि खेल्नेछ। चितवन टाइगर्स अघिल्लो चरण प्रवेशको लागि आजको खेलमा जितको लक्ष्य साथ नै मैदानमा ओर्लनेछ।
अमित श्रेष्ठ राम्रो स्टार्ट पाएका छन्, 35 रन 32 बलमा। अविनाश बोराले फर्स्ट टाइम फेस गर्दै यो म्याचमा र स्ट्रेट ड्राइभ राम्रो टाइम गरेका छन्। 4 रन हुनेछ। राम्रो सर्ट त्यहाँ। अमित श्रेष्ठ राम्रो लयमा देखिएका, राम्रो ओपनिङ गर्ने गर्छन्। स्ट्रेटमा भीमा र स्क्वायरमा स्ट्रङ छन् अमित श्रेष्ठ। टाइमिङ मात्रै गरेका थिए र आरामले 4 रन हुन पुग्यो। त्यहाँ प्रदेश राईले भनिरहेको छ अविनाश बोराले फुल लेन्थ नेचुरली गर्ने गर्छन् र त्यहाँ त्यो मौकाको फाइदा उठाए। तयार छ अमित श्रेष्ठ।
अमित श्रेष्ठ यो टुर्नामेन्टमा आज केही लयमा देखिएका छन्। यसअघिका खेलहरूमा काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11को लागि त्यतिको क्लिक हुन सकेका थिएनन्, तर आज सम्हालिएर इनिङ्सलाई अगाडि बढाइरहेका छन्, महत्त्वपूर्ण इनिङ खेलिरहेका छन्।
गुड लेन्थमा बल, 1 रनको लागि खेलिदिए, डट बलको लागि खेलिदिएका छन्, माफ गर्नु होला। त्यहाँ अमित श्रेष्ठले राम्रो लयमा देखेका छन् भन्दै हुन्थ्यो बिबु। र सागर पुन पनि ओपनिङ छोडेका छन् रन मुस्तफाको आगमनबाट प्लेइङ 11मा। र पछिल्लो गेममा 16 बलमा 18 रन बनाएका थिए भने त्योभन्दा अगाडिको गेममा 0 मा आउट भएका थिए गोल्डन डक।
र यो थोरै ओभरपिच बल क्याचको मौका थियो तर गुमाएका छन्। क्याचेस विन द म्याचेस भन्ने गरिन्छ अंग्रेजीमा। त्यो क्याच गुमाएका छन्। यो खतरनाक साबित हुन सक्छ को लागि र ठूलो खेलाडीको क्याच छोडेका छन्। अमित श्रेष्ठ लयमा देखिएका थिए तर त्यहाँ बाउन्ड्री लाइनमा सजिलो क्याच देखिएको थियो तर गुमाउन पुगेका छन्। यो क्याच धेरै नै खतरनाक साबित हुन सक्छ को लागि। र म अमित श्रेष्ठको कुरा गर्दै थिएँ राजन। राम्रो बल, शॉट अफ द लेग बल, हल्का हातले खेलिदिए। 1 रनको लागि स्ट्राइक परिवर्तन गरेका छन्। अमित श्रेष्ठ टेक्निकली त्यतिको फाइन क्रिकेटर होइन नेपाली क्रिकेटमा, अथवा भनौँ इन्टरनेसनल क्रिकेटमा हेर्ने भने फुटवर्क पनि खासै हामी कन्टिन्यू गर्नेछौँ। 11 ओभरको समाप्ति, 92 रन 1 विकेटको क्षतिमा किङ्स 11।
टोटल सानो छ र चेज गर्दै काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 ड्राइभिङ सिटमा छ। 11 ओभरको समाप्तिमा 92 रन 1 विकेटको क्षति हुन सक्थ्यो, तर हरिशङ्कर शाह अर्को नाम जुन त्यो लिस्ट छ खराब फिल्डिङ गर्नेहरूको यो टुर्नामेन्टमा TVS EPL। त्यसको साथै भुवन कार्की आएका छन् चोबार इन्डबाट।
राम्रो बल लेग साइडमा हल्का हातले खेलिदिए। 1 रनको लागि सागर पुनले। म अमित श्रेष्ठको कुरा गर्दै थिएँ। अमित श्रेष्ठको फुटवर्क कुनै पनि चल्दैन। एकजना खेलाडी थिए इन्डियन ब्याट्सम्यान, ओपनिङमा आउँथ्यो, धेरै राम्रो थिए, सायद तिनको नाम रमेश समथिङ के थियो। सौरभ गाङ्गुलीलाई रिप्लेस गरेर आएका थिए। राम्रो क्रिकेटिङ सटहरू खेल्थे तर फुटवर्क नभएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि धेरै समय चल्न सकेनन्। बलरहरूले चिने तिनको फुटवर्कलाई, त्यसपछि उनलाई हरेकचोटि ब्लक होलमा गर्दाखेरि उनले बोल्ड आउट हुने गर्थे। त्यो कमी कमजोरीले गर्दाखेरि इन्डियन टिमबाट स्थान गुमाउन पुगेका थिए।
सन्त गोपन रमेशको कुरा गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ विभु श्रेष्ठ।
सही कुरा।
धेरै खेलाडी छैनन् जो फुटवर्क बिना धेरै टिकेका छन् क्रिकेटमा भने। वीरेन्द्र सेवाग जस्ता खेलाडी पनि छन् जोले आफ्नो महानता त्यस्तै खेलबाट देखाएका छन्। कन्टिन्यू गर्दै र फेरि अन साइडमा हल्का हातले पुस गरिदियो अमित श्रेष्ठले 1 रनको लागि
र यति धेरै क्रिकेट खेलिसके कि अमित श्रेष्ठले अब आएर फुटवर्कमा कसैले उनलाई काम गराउन खोजे भने पनि अब त्यो बन्दैन किनभने त्यो उनको बानी भइसक्यो उनको क्रिकेटिङ स्टाइल भइसक्यो
सागर पनि स्ट्राइकमा रुम लिएर हान्न खोजेका थिए तर भुवन कार्कीले त्यहाँ लेन्थ आउटसाइड अफ तानिदिएका थिए र डट बल हुन पुग्यो र अमित श्रेष्ठ कुरा गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ बिबु मलाई अझ पनि याद छ एउटा इन्सिडेन्ट यो बलमा त्यो कुरा गर्न नै छु र यहाँ 1 रन हुनुहुन्छ सागर पुनको ब्याटबाट डेभ वोटमोर नेपाल आएका बेला जुन कोचिङ गरिरहेका थिए उनले भनेका थिए तपाईँको यङ खेलाडीहरूमा राम्रो ब्याट्सम्यान तपाईँलाई कुन लाग्छ भन्दाखेरि उनले अमित श्रेष्ठको नाम लिएका थिए पक्कै पनि केही न केही खुबी हुनुपर्छ उनको ब्याटिङमा डेभ वोटमोरले जुन एउटा वर्ल्ड कप जितिसकेका कोच हुन् उनको नाम लिएका थिए अस्ट्रेलियन डेभ वोटमोर
र यो ओभर पिच बल अमित श्रेष्ठको कुरा गर्दै थिए उठाइदिएका ठुलो 6 रनको लागि लङ अफको दिशामा
प्रशंसा गर्दा खराब गर्थे भने यो पालि अमित श्रेष्ठले उत्कृष्ट सर्ट दिए 6 रनको लागि रिप्लेमा हामी हेर्न सक्छौँ फ्लाइटेड बल र फुल लेन्थ थियो अमित श्रेष्ठले चाँडै लाइन पिक गरे र ब्याट सिधा चलाइदिए 6 रनको लागि
र हामी हाइलाइट्स हेर्छौँ तपा यो बोल आउट हुन पुगेका थिए बिट भएका थिए अमित श्रेष्ठले स्विप गरिदिएका थिए 6 रनको लागि
हामी हाइलाइट्स हेर्ने रहेछौँ अमित श्रेष्ठको स्ट्रेटमा शानदार सर्टहरू र भने यो जुन क्याच ड्रप हुनु भएको थियो ठुलो मोमेन्ट हुनसक्छ यो म्याचमा र पछिल्लो ओभरको लास्ट बलमा हामीले हेरेको ब्याक टु जुन किङ्स इलेभेन जितेको थियो भने दोस्रो गेममा जुन हार्नु परेको थियो किङ्स इलेभेन गोल्डन डक भएका थिए र पछिल्लो गेममा हिजोको भएकोमा 16 बलमा 18 रन बनाएका थिए र आज 6 रन बनाएर खेल्दैछन् अमित श्रेष्ठसँग जो नजिकै छन् आफ्नो 50 रनको 3
अविनाश बोहरा दोस्रो ओभरको साथमा थोरै कुड लेन्थमा अगाडि थियो क्लिक गरिदिए 1 रनको लागि सागर पुनले र फुटवर्कको कुरा गर्ने भने फुटवर्क कम भएको ब्याट्सम्यानहरूले नयाँ सर्टहरू इन्भेन्ट गर्न गाह्रो पर्छ त्यो डिपार्टमेन्ट चाहिँ त्यति गाह्रो पर्छ तर एकै ठाउँमा बसेर खेल्दाखेरि उनीहरूले जुन सर्ट आफ्नो आइडल बनाएका छन् त्यो सर्टलाई उनीहरूले कम्प्लिटली फिनिस चाहिँ गर्न सक्छन् नयाँ सर्टहरू इन्भेन्ट गर्नबाट अलिकति चुक्छन् फुटवर्क कम हुने ब्याट्सम्यानहरू तर पनि वीरेन्द्र सहवाग वान अफ द लेजेन्ड क्रिकेटमा अहिले भइसकेका छन्
हल्का रुम बनाएर अफ साइडमा खेलिदिए 1 रनको लागि यहाँ धेरै रिस्क लिनु जरुरी छैन किङ्स इलेभेनलाई 1 रन 2 रन काफी हुनेछ जुन चेज गर्दैछन्
12.2 ओभर 103 रन 1 विकेटको क्षतिमा र हामी अमित श्रेष्ठको अझै पनि कुरा गरिरहेका छौँ अमित श्रेष्ठ वान अफ द फेभरेट हाम्रो नेपालमा भएको क्रिकेटरहरू मध्येबाट मलाई आफै पनि पर्छ राजन र डेभ वाटमरले भनेको कथा पनि म सम्झिन्छु वान अफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर यु हेभ इन यर कन्ट्री भन्ने खालको अमित श्रेष्ठले गर्न अझै बाँकी छन् तर के लाग्छ के कारणले गर्दाखेरि अमित श्रेष्ठ राष्ट्रिय टोलीमा स्थान बनाउनबाट चुकिरहेका छन्
धेरै गाह्रो प्रश्न गर्नुभयो बिबु यसको उत्तर दिन गाह्रो छ किनभनेपछि उनले लगातार राम्रो गरिरहेका छन् र सायद कतै अलिअलि जुन बेला बेलामा प्रश्न उठ्ने गर्छ उनको फिटनेसमा त्यो कारण एउटा हुनसक्छ कि र हल्का लिमिटेड छन् आफ्नो स्ट्रोक प्लेमा जुन हामीले भनिरहेको छौँ फुटवर्क छैन र यस्तो खेलाडीहरूलाई अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय बलरहरूले चाँडै नै वर्कआउट गर्ने गर्छन् भनेपछि तर पनि मौका दिन एउटा नदिएसम्म थाहा हुने छैन के कस्तो गर्नेछ रमेश श्रेष्ठले अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय क्रिकेटमा र पक्कै पनि यो टिभीएस EPL उनको लागि एउटा स्वर्णिम मौका हुनसक्छ आफ्नो केस मजबुत गर्नको लागि लास्ट इयर हामीले हेरेका थियौँ रोहित कुमार पौडेल जसरी टिभीएस EPL राम्रो गरेर नेसनल टिममा परेका थिए भने यसपालि नयाँ युवा खेलाडीहरूको लागि मौका रहनेछ त्यो मौका सागर पुनलाई पनि रहनेछ राम्रो गर्ने यो टुर्नामेन्टमा
निकै चलाकीपूर्ण बलिङ अविनाश बोहराको सागर पुनलाई पढे डाउन द ट्र्याक आइरहेका थिए थोरै सर्ट राखिदिए त्यसपछि जम्मा 1 रन मात्रै सागर पुनको लागि। अविनाश बोहराले यो टुर्नामेन्टमा केही हदसम्म आफूलाई प्रमाणित गर्ने प्रयास गरिरहेका छन्, निकै राम्रो क्रिकेट खेलिरहेका छन्, बलिङ डिपार्टमेन्टमा आफूलाई साबित गर्ने प्रयास गरिरहेका छन्। राजन
स्लग ओभर स्पेशलिस्ट भने अविनाश बोहराले र राम्रो बलिङ गरिरहेका छन् यो टुर्नामेन्टमा। मैले भन्दै थिएँ जर्ज स्कट र रोला फन्डे मरै जस्ता खेलाडीहरू आउट गरिसकेका छन् भने आजको खेलमा पनि ग्ल्याडिएटर्सलाई विकेट्स चाहिरहेको छ। र अमित श्रेष्ठ 1 रन बाँकी 50 रन पुरा गर्नबाट स्ट्राइकमा छन्। अविनाश बोहराको यो अन्तिम बल यो ओभरको 13औं ओभरको सिधा हातमा खेलिदिएका छन् र 50 रन पुरा हुने छैन। हामीले अर्को ओभरको लागि कुर्नेछौँ। काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 106 रन 1 विकेटको नोक्सानीमा।
स्वागत छ दर्शकवृन्द। AP1 SD मार्फत TVS EPL 2018 को संस्करण हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ र अहिले पहिलो खेलमा काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 150 रनको लक्ष्य पछ्याउँदै जवाफी ब्याटिङ गरिरहेको छ। 1 विकेट गुमाइसकेको छ रोहन मुस्तफाको रूपमा भने अहिले ब्याटिङमा बागडोर सम्हालिरहेका छन् अमित श्रेष्ठ 49 रन बनाएर भने सागर पुन 9 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् र कम्फर्टेबल जोनमा छन् काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 र जितको विकल्प छैन काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 लाई यदि प्लेअफसम्म पुग्ने हो भने। राजन
मोहम्मद नाविद आएका छन्, विकेट चाहिरहेको छ यहाँ किङ्स 11 लाई, सरी माफ गर्नु होला ग्ल्याडिएटर्सलाई। र प्रमुख स्ट्राइक बलर फिर्ता ल्याएका छन् सधैँ स्वागरले। रन कन्टेन गर्न गाह्रो हुनेछ, विकेट चाहिन्छ यहाँ ग्ल्याडिएटर्सलाई अविजित रहनको लागि। यो टुर्नामेन्टमा 3 गेम जितिसकेका छन् पहिलो भने, काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 ले 1 गेम हारेको छ र 2 जितेको छ र आज जित्न सकेमा उनको पनि किङ्स 11 को पनि 3 जित हुनेछ र क्वालिफायर्सको लागि क्वालिफाई हुनेछन् भनेपछि प्लेअफ्सको लागि क्वालिफाई हुनेछन् भनेपछि टप 2 को लागि पनि कम्पिट गर्न सक्छन्।
र मोहम्मद नाविद आएका छन् चुबार एन्डबाट। राम्रो बल डाउन द लेग डेभिड भइरहेको बललाई 1 रनको लागि फ्लिक गरिदिए स्क्वायर लेगको दिशामा र बाउन्ड्री लाइनमा कतै हाम्रो सहकर्मी समीक्षा हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो एकजना पाहुनासँग। ओभर टु यु समीक्षा।
I have with me Mr. Rohit Gupta from Kathmandu Kings 11. He's the owner, so thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, Rohan Mustafa, you know, the key player, one of the most important players, I think, in your team. If not, I mean, everybody is, but Rohan Mustafa, he put on a good show. What do you think? How is the game going to turn out?
We have our fingers crossed. Hopefully we will win. But yeah, I mean, Rohan's addition has been a great us this season because last season we didn't do too well, and after Sompal's injury, Rohan is he's captaining UAE and he has played quite a lot of tournaments here in Nepal, so he knows a lot of players, you know. So I mean, overall, you know, with his bowling, batting and captaincy, I mean, it has been a good boost for Kathmandu Kings 11.
Your team right now, it looks like it's in a good position, doesn't it?
Yeah, we are in a good position, so I hope that we are able to finish with 3 overs to spare because we can also improve our run rate because of the grabbing that we got in the hands of Lalitpur. If we can do that, it's good.
Okay, looks like you know, they're running between the wickets. It's just they're playing very well. The crowd is going berserk. Obviously, they're enjoying it. They're loving it. And he just made a 50 right now. Yeah, with a score of 50. What do you have to say?
I'm very happy. I was really nervous this morning when we came up for the match because Bhairahawa is a very good team under Sharad. You know, they have been playing very well. So if we are able to sneak the victory out of here, then it'll be good. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us, and all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
धन्यवाद संयुक्त हुनुहुन्थ्यो बाउन्ड्री लाइनमा काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 का ओनर रोहित गुप्तासँग। रमेश श्रेष्ठले आफ्नो अर्धशतक पूरा गरेका छन्। हाइलाइट्स मार्फत हामी देख्न सक्छौं उठाइदिएका छन् लङ अफको दिशामा पुल गरेका थिए फेरि अर्को पुल र हामी देख्न सक्छौं अमित श्रेष्ठको यो हाइलाइट्सबाट पनि उनी लेग साइडमा अलि बढी स्ट्रङ उनको पोइन्ट हो अफ साइड भन्दा पनि लेग साइडमा बढी कम्फर्टेबल सटहरू खेल्न सक्छन् अफ साइड भन्दा पनि जसरी भए पनि रन आउनु ठुलो कुरा हो त्यो रन आज पुरा गरेका छन् अमितले राजन
अफ साइड वनको स्क्वायर स्ट्रङ छ भने उतातिर त्यति बल पाएका छैनन् यो इनिङ्समा र जति पनि सटहरू हानेका छन् राम्रो टाइम गरेका थिए अन साइडमा स्ट्रेटमा राम्रो एड्याप्ट गरेका छन् यो पिचमा र यसरी पुल सट जुन हामी फेरि हेर्न सक्छौँ तर 1 रन मात्र हुनेछ त्यहाँ राम्रो सटहरू खेलेका छन् अमित श्रेष्ठले यो 50 रन वेल अर्न 50 रन भन्नुपर्छ त्यति सजिलो कन्डिसन छैन सम्भवतः थोरै घाम लाएर अलि पिच राम्रो भएको छ भने बिहान ब्याटिङ गर्न साह्रै नै कठिन थियो
यो बाउन्सरको प्रयास गरेका थिए मोहम्मद नाबिद 140 142 को स्पिडमा बल गर्न माहिर छन् त्यो हिसाबले पनि बल केही स्किट हुने गर्छ गाह्रो पर्छ मान्छेलाई पुल गर्नको लागि ब्याट्सम्यानहरूको लागि यो अर्को डाउन द लेग वाइडको इशारा गरेका छन् अम्पायरले एक अतिरिक्त रन र मोहम्मद नाबिद जस्तो एउटा स्तरीय खेलाडीबाट यस्तो खालको बलको अपेक्षा हामी गर्न सक्दैनौँ
रिप्ले हेर्न सक्छौँ वाइड भएको थियो विकेट लिन जरुरी छ यहाँ ग्ल्याडिएटर्सलाई र त्यसको प्रयास जारी छ मोहम्मद नाबिद खेलाउन चाहन्छन् प्रत्येक बल ब्याट्सम्यानलाई चान्स निकाल्न चाहन्छन् र जुन चान्स गुमाएको छ ग्ल्याडिएटर्सले हरिशङ्कर शाहले क्याच छोडेर अमित श्रेष्ठको महत्त्वपूर्ण हुनसक्छ त्यो यो म्याचमा 14 ओभरको अन्तिम बल मोहम्मद नाबिद र रुम बनाएर अफ साइडमा फेरि पनि फिल्डिङ तर त्यहाँ रन हुने छैन डट बल हुनेछ र यसको साथै 14 ओभरको समाप्तिमा काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 110 रन 1 विकेटको क्षतिमा
पुनः स्वागत छ काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 वर्सेस भैरवाहा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स म्याच नम्बर 11 TVS EPL 2080 को संस्करण र काठमाडौँ किङ्सको लागि जितको विकल्प छैन भने भैरवाहा ग्ल्याडिएटर्स यसअघि नै अङ्क तालिकामा 6 अङ्क जोडेर प्लेअफमा पुगिसकेको छ अब शीर्ष 2 मा रहनको लागि ऊ संघर्षरत छ ललितपुर पेट्रियट्ससँग र ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सको कुराकानी गर्नुपर्दाखेरि हामी फुटवर्कको कुरा गरेछौँ अमित श्रेष्ठको फुटवर्कको बारेमा हामीले कुरा गरिरहँदा ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सका कप्तान ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्ल वान अफ द क्रिएटिभ ब्याट्सम्यान अफ नेपाल होइन र मैले ठिकै भने
त्यति ब्याटिङ गर्न पाएका छैनन् ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्लले यो सिजनमा ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सले 8 विकेट 10 विकेटले म्याच जित्दै आइरहेको छ र एकदमै बलियो देखिएको छ ओपनिङ ब्याटिङ उनको अविनाश बोहरा यहाँ कन्टिन्यू गर्दै अमित श्रेष्ठ जमिसकेका छन् कम्फर्टेबल छन्
हुन त ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्लले ब्याटिङबाट त्यति प्रभाव पार्न सकिरहेका छन् तर कप्तानको रूपमा ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सलाई निकै राम्रो अगाडि बढाइरहेका छन् ललितपुर पेट्रियट्स डार्क हर्सको रूपमा यो टुर्नामेन्ट सुरुभन्दा अघि देखिएको थियो तर अहिले सबैभन्दा काम र कम्पोज टिमको रूपमा देखिएको छ जुन हिसाबले ब्याटिङ बलिङ दुईटै डिपार्ट र फिल्डिङ डिपार्ट पनि धेरै राम्रो छ ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सको फलस्वरूप अहिले लिग तालिकाको शीर्ष स्थानमा छ त्यो हामीले बिर्सिन हुँदैन
र सिधा खेलिदिएका छन् 1 रनको लागि अमित श्रेष्ठले 2 को लागि कल गरेको सागर पुलले तर डिनाइ गर्नेछन् अमित श्रेष्ठले पेट्रियट्सको कुरा गर्दैनछौँ सन्दीप लामिछानेलाई गुमाएका थिए दोस्रो गेमपछि भने गौरव तोमरलाई पनि ब्यान लागेको थियो बलिङबाट त्यही पनि जुन प्रदर्शन गरेको छ ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सले सराहनीय छ प्रशंसा गर्नुपर्छ टप अफ द टेबल ललितपुर पेट्रियट्स
र राजन हामीले सन्दीप लामिछानेको तारिफ गरिरहँदा ललितपुर पेट्रियट्स भित्र रहेको ललित नारायण राजवंशी र पवन सराफ जस्ता युवा खेलाडी हो जसले ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सलाई अझै मजाले अगाडि बढाइरहेका छन् यो खराब बल अफ स्टम्पभन्दा धेरै बाहिर ब्याट पुर्याउने प्रयास गरेका थिए तर राम्रो कनेक्ट गर्न सकेनन् रन त हुन सकेन तर राम्रो बलिङको रूपमा यसलाई लिन सकिँदैन अविनाश बोहराले प्रभाव पारिरहेका छन् यो टुर्नामेन्टमा तर यस्तो लुज डेलिभरीहरू उनले सकेसम्म कम गर्नुपर्छ यदि अघिल्लो चरणहरूमा राम्रो गर्दै जाने हो भने
डट बल गरेर प्रेसर क्रिएट गर्ने यहाँ प्रयास छ ग्ल्याडिएटर्सको खराब सर्ट खेल्नु ब्याट्सम्यानले भनेर भने खराब सर्ट खेल्नु पनि आवश्यकता छैन अहिलेसम्म फेरि रुम बनाउँदै सागर पुन र यो स्कुप गर्ने प्रयास थियो टाइमिङ हुन सकेन र त्यो अपिल गरेका छन् रनआउटको लागि
ब्याट्सम्यान बीच र यो नचाहिने बेलामा विकेट गुमाउने प्रयासमा छन् काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 कुनै आवश्यकता थिएन यो रनको यो थर्ड अम्पायरको लागि अपस्टेयर्स डिसिजन मागेका छन् हेर्न र यो क्लियर आउट र यो बिना अर्थमा विकेट गुमाएका छन् काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 ले सेट ब्याट्सम्यान थिए अमित श्रेष्ठ अनावश्यक रनको प्रयास र यहाँ अमित श्रेष्ठ जस्तो ठुलो विकेट गुमाएको छ काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 ले
गलत शट गलत रन लिन खोजे र त्यहाँ छन् महत्त्वपूर्ण विकेट सेट भइसकेको अमित श्रेष्ठ इनिङ्स सकाउनु पर्ने जरुरी बाटो खुलेको छ ग्लेडिएटर्सको लागि यो म्याच फिर्ता हुने
बाटो खुल्ने नखुल्ने भन्दा पनि यो गलत शट गलत डिसिजन र सागर पुनको यो डिसिजन गर्दाखेरि एउटा सेट ब्याट्सम्यान गुमाउनु पुगेको छ काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 ले के आवश्यक थियो सागर पुनलाई यो शटको जबकि सजिलै हामी क्रिकेटिङ शटबाट हामी रन निकाल्न सकिरहेका थियौँ भने यो शटको कुनै आवश्यक थिएन जसले गर्दाखेरि एउटा ठुलो विकेट गुमाउनु छ काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 ले अमित श्रेष्ठको रूपमा
पुवर क्रिकेट भन्नै पर्छ किङ्स 11 बाट सागर पुनले अनावश्यक कुराहरू ट्राई गरे र अहिले दोस्रो विकेट गुमाउनु पुगे र सेट ब्याट्सम्यान अमित श्रेष्ठ गइसकेपछि आएका छन् केभिन ओब्रायन आयरल्यान्डका सुपरस्टार वर्ल्ड कपमा 50 ओभरमा 100 हानेर रेकर्ड बनाएका खेलाडी त्यो रेकर्ड अझ पनि उनको नाममा छ टुट्न सकेको छैन
अवश्य पनि 2011 मा भारतमा भएको विश्वकप इङ्ल्यान्ड विरुद्धको केभिन ओब्रायन आयरल्यान्डका लागि खेलिरहेका थिए 50 बलमा शतक बनाएका थिए त्यो शतकको रेकर्ड अझै तोड्न सकेका छैनन् स्थिति सहज छ काठमाडौँ किङ्स 11 को लागि यद्यपि अनावश्यक विकेट गुमाउन पुग्यो भर्खरै मात्र अमित श्रेष्ठको रूपमा ब्याटिङको बागडोर सम्हाल्नको लागि केभिन ओब्रायन ठुलो नाम नेपाली क्रिकेटको घलिरो प्रतियोगितासँग यिनको नाम एउटा ठुलो विषय हो र यो अवसरलाई नेपाली युवा खेलाडीहरूले उनीसँगको एक्सपिरियन्स एकअर्कासँग सेयर गर्न आवश्यक छ
स्टार्ट हेर्न सक्छौ 3 म्याचमा 105 रन बनाएका छन् राम्रो स्ट्राइक
Ooh, commitment from Tendashade. Almost face planting towards that ball and wearing one on the chest to save a run, save a single. You spoke about O'Brien's first ball. How good was his innings yesterday?
He was pretty good yesterday as well. I still think that shot today probably tops the lot of it yesterday, but outstanding and good to see him go on, get the job done as well. We'd seen little glimpses before that from him, but good to see him finish it off, get his team home, get them up the leaderboard.
Yeah, he was the bankable player of the match yesterday, and you can see that brilliant shot of O'Brien with the TVS Everest Premier League trophy in the background. The Kings are going to look for 2 wins in their last 2 games here to get into the top 2. Straight to the man at short fine leg who just come up into the ring, and yet another misfield. They'll get back for 2.
Yeah, there's a wee misfield, but that's been hit hard at him, and look, Tendo's a little bit lucky there to get away with that one, a couple of metres either side, and that's another one racing away to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, just 7 and over required, and if we look at yesterday's chase, I've no doubt O'Brien won't want this to go to the 19th or 20th over. He's going to want to end it before that. So he's going to open his shoulders just like that. Powerfully hit into the offside. Beautiful stuff from the 4 more.
Outstanding hitting there, isn't it? Just got that one on the top of the bounce and hitting towards that smaller offside boundary. Just gives himself a little bit of room, hands nicely through it, and it's raced away, and he is off and today.
Yeah, the cover fielder's quite square, so a pretty large gap between cover and long off. O'Brien did that. He's in such good touch so far at the TVS EPL. Full edged, and that's the bit of luck you get when you're going after it. It's going to be 4 more.
That's cricket, isn't it? When you're in form, when you're in good nick, you get that wee of the green. He's gone for the big shot yet again, trying to hit that big extra cover gap, gets the outside edge, races away. 127 for 2, 16.
There's the big Irishman on your screen, Kevin O'Brien. He's turning into a bit of a local hero. You heard the crowd yesterday. It was about as animated as I've heard them since probably the tournament opener, and they were all chanting, Kevin, Kevin, Kevin. Put a big smile on his face, and he's showing why he's becoming a crowd favourite. 14 off 5 balls. The Kathmandu Kings could be looking to seal their spot in the playoffs of this season's tournament.
Yeah, run rate down below 6 and over now for the first time that I can remember in this innings. They've done a really, really good job, and like you said earlier, they won't want this to go into the 20th over. They'll be wanting to get the job done, so I'd imagine that they might be looking to target the next couple of overs, get it over and done with.
Yeah, you can see the local passionate fans there, the Nepal flag flying, also a Gladiators flag flying. That's going to be the 4th wicket, or 3rd wicket. That's a really poor piece of batting from Sagar Pull. Completely off balance. And the change of bowling brings about a little bit of pressure on the Kathmandu Kings. They're 3 down now.
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's not an option. It's look, trying to give himself room and then just chases the absolute wide. You'd think he'd be trying to go the other way towards the short boundary, but the 3rd wicket down now, 127 for 3.
Buddy, you're the new man to the crease. Half an appeal from the bowler Buban Karki. That's going to be signalled wide And it's going to be 23 now to win, or 22 to win off 23 balls, because that was signalled wide. Surely Kevin O'Brien will just anchor this chase home now.
Yeah, you'd think you could see his frustration at the non-striker's end at that pretty wide there, but yeah, I'd imagine he's the one to get them home here. He'll just be nice and sensible. Job done.
Buddy are really short of runs in this year's tournament so far, so that's all he really has to do. He's just got to take the singles. There's lots of gaps in the field, get big Kevin onto strike, and the touch he's in, you'd have thought that with just a run of ball required, he'll see the Kathmandu Kings home and into the 2018 TVS EPL playoffs. Straight to the man who's the captain, Visakar there. You looking forward to this afternoon's game? The big crowd, Francis?
Absolutely, they're just still continuing to just roll in and roll in. So, look, I'm looking forward to not being able to see any space up on that bank this afternoon.
Flatter hit down the ground towards the man at long off. Oh, taken, but has he stepped on the rope? Very hard to call, and O'Brien is asking for the umpire to check because he was right along the rope. It was a superb catch, but where did his foot land, Francis?
Outstanding grab, and we've seen them struggle with the catching all day today and a little bit throughout the tournament. What a great grab, but has he managed to stay in the field of play? Front foot obviously fine.
Yeah, not only fine on the front line, almost fine on the back line. You need to just probably roll that back and have a look at where the front foot lands. That was his back foot coming through. But what we need to see here is, did the fielder trot on the rope, or was the catch taken cleanly? Very hard from that angle. He's confident. Punic mirror the fielder down there. We might just even get a side angle on this. Kevin O'Brien rightly standing his ground. He's very entitled to do that. The umpire's signalled to the third umpire to check the catch. No problem with the catch in the air. It's whether his foot touched the boundary rope or not.
He was confident though, wasn't he, the fielder? He had no doubt. So, look, that's the video footage so far that we've seen. It's pretty hard to tell. It's almost in between those two frames, and
yeah, this is the frame where I just wondered if his back foot made contact. That frame there. A brilliant catch. Wonderful work by our cameraman. This frame there. Did it just touch the rope, or was he clear? Very hard to tell. And that's what the third umpire is looking at right now.
I don't envy the third umpire here having to make a decision here.
Decision's been made, Francis. The umpire thinks that's foot on the rope. It's a 6 to Kevin O'Brien. The big Irishman lives, and that could be the turning point in this match.
Oh, that's game over then, isn't it? I'm prepared to call it now. There was a sniff of hope if they can take that chance and get the big man out and expose the tail a little bit. But, with that, not only catch not being taken, not getting a wicket, but 6 runs as well.
I have to say, Francis, on first viewing, the first time I saw it, I thought he trod on the rope. And that's why I didn't call it as out. And we can see there conclusively, it's just his back foot as the ball goes into his hand. It's just made contact with the TVS advertising boundary rope, and it's clear there.
How unlucky, another foot in front of him, and he's not going to trot on that because the rope just sits ever so slightly back from those advertising. Oh, unlucky there, and maybe with the softness of it, didn't even feel it underfoot. So,
an absolute chaos for the scorers as well, because they'd already marked it in. They'd marked in the, but no, that's gone all the way for 6. Ryan showing his experience there, standing his ground, letting the technology be used, and now with that wicket turning into a 6, it's just 15 to win off 20. And going to be a wide. The wheels falling off now for the Gladiators. They're unbeaten so far. This record's about to go.
Absolutely is, and they look a little bit under the pump as well. It's looked a little bit rattled and frazzled in the last few overs, and another wide there, and not picked up cleanly by the wicketkeeper either.
Yeah, clever from O'Brien. Just happy to punch that away for a single. It's been staggering, really, just how dominant the overseas batsmen have been. We'll come back to that. It's 137 for 3.
That's true.
Great scenes in the crowd. They're streaming in for Super Saturday. And if you're just joining us, you just missed a crucial moment in the match where Kevin O'Brien powered one down the towards long off. Around from long off to take a wonderful catch, but in doing so he trod on the advertising hoarding and the boundary rope, and that meant it was signalled 6, so O'Brien lives. He's on 21 off 9. It's just 13 more to win with Naveed to bowl.
It's the last roll of the dice time, isn't it, here for the Gladiators? They've brought their superstar, their strike man on. It's his last over, using him up now, understanding that the game's probably not going to go into that 20th over, so bring him on now, try and get a couple of wickets, try and change that momentum, but they're looking up against it here.
Absolutely, they'd have to get Kevin O'Brien this over with Mohamed Naveed and then try and pile the pressure on the local batsman. Big appeal, looks like it's going down leg to me. Interesting to see the signal here as well. It will be given leg byes. Naveed's generated not only great pace but good movement, and he's almost always doing a little bit too much with the ball.
Yeah, just angling into the right-hander there again, and that's why we're seeing him hitting people on the pads all the time, is he's actually doing so much with the ball that he's beating the edge, beating the batsman completely, but doing too much to get the wicket.
Yeah, he's gone wicketless today, Naveed. He was so impressive with 4 for 14 in his opening match for the Gladiators this year, after coming in from the Asian Cricket Council Emerging Players Tournament. He was representing the UAE there. He's got none for 14 at the moment, but I just reckon he'll fancy his chances at picking up a wicket here. He's such an impressive bowler, Francis.
Isn't he just? He really bustles into the crease as well, hits the crease nice and hard, and bowls the ball really into the wicket, but still ability to swing the ball, shape the ball, get a little bit of seam off the wicket as well, means he's a complete handful for any batsman facing him.
Clipped off his hip. Good batting by Buddy Air. That's all he's got to do. Get the singles and get O'Brien back on strike.
Yeah, that's his job here, is just keep ticking it over, get O'Brien back on strike, as you said, and make sure he's backing out well and running hard. So if there is the opportunity to get a 2, to keep Kevin on strike, then that's what he's there to do.
Required to win, and I think with the Kings run rate being so bad, they're actually probably going to ignore that and just make sure they get over the line here, because realistically the only way they'll finish in the top 2 is by winning 4 games. Their run rate is so significantly worse than the other teams. 3 won't be enough. Oh, that's a glorious shot. We've seen him through the covers today and probably know better than that one.
Ah, fantastic again, isn't it? Such a powerful hitter through the offside, makes him impossible to bowl to. We've seen him for that leg side boundary, but it's through the offside where he's been very damaging, and that's not even that wide.
stuff from the Irishman, and remarkably, that extra cover fielder is still not coming straighter, so that gap is still there between cover and long off. And he's hit 3 fours through that region already. Full toss. God, almost a waist-high full toss. Clever batting from O'Brien. He just clips it off his hip to the long side of the ground for 2. He's looking at the square leg umpire saying, why is that not a no ball? End of the 18th over. It's 145 for 3. There's the Gladiators bowling card. See all of their figures. A struggle really today with the exception of Mohammed Naveed. Tendashade particularly harshly treated with 3 overs none for 30. Krishna Karki likewise going at over 10 and over. And the only men to take wickets, in addition to that run out, Bhuban Karki's left arm spin and Vasakar's spinners as well. So really the seamers struggling in the afternoon. And for me, what that says is that we've got a good wicket. We're going to have a high scoring affair this afternoon. Going to be Bhairahawa to bowl the penultimate over of the innings, and he's going to need a miracle.
He's been good again today, though. I've been impressed with the way he's bowled throughout the tournament, and again, he's had a good day. He hasn't picked up the wickets that he would have liked, but he hasn't gone for a lot of runs, been reasonably economical, and what we're going to need to see here is he has the ability to hit Yorkers, almost that Malinga style, spearing them in. Can he do it again here?
O'Brien into the offside. The calls 2 immediately. Oh, a little bit of a mix-up between the batters, and they decide discretion the better part of valour there. You could hear with O'Brien on strike the whole crowd roaring his name again. They wanted him to finish it with one mighty blow.
It'll be good to watch, wouldn't it? With the only 4 to win, there's always that thought from the batsman as well. Can I finish it in one go? But wasn't to be.
Dot ball. Good piece of work in the ring from Ryan Tendashade. Kev's a generous guy though, so I've no doubt he'd be happy for Buddy here to hit the winning runs as well. He's been very influential the last 2 days for the Kathmandu Kings 11. Nicely bowled by Bhairahawa. You'd have to question the shot. Why is O'Brien hitting the ground in frustration at the non-striker's end? Surely just get bat on ball, take a single, give it over to Big Kev to finish the game.
Maybe just hunting that glory again. Sees finally up in the ring and thinks such a short boundary, I've just got to get a wee touch on it. Knows he's likely to be bowling Yorkers, so it's tense.
Better this time from Buddy here. That's much more intelligent batting. And you know Bhairahawa is going to try and bowl full, so just get bat on ball, get the single. And with 7 balls left in the game, 2 runs to win. It's the bankable player of the match from yesterday. It's going to be Kevin O'Brien on strike, who's going to try and end it. He's going to end it this ball, I reckon. Clipped into the leg side, straight to Tendashade. Oh, a direct hit would have been out by Miles. They get home for the single. This game will go to the last over. It's 149 for 3. So for the 8th time in 12 matches, Francis, we have a T20 game here at the TVS Everest Premier League. Go to the final over of the 40. technically all three results aren't possible now. We can only have the Super over or the Kings win. But it would need probably the greatest over in T20 history to pull off the Super over for the Gladiators. It's going to be Kevin O'Brien on strike with 1 run to win. All the men are in the circle. O'Brien not ready yet, just wanting the crowd to get into it a bit more, I think.
Yeah, get that name chant going again just for this potentially last ball here. I'd be surprised if he isn't looking to finish at this ball, and they've just moved a mid-wicket out on the boundary just in case he decides to hit it in the air out there, but can't see it happening.
Heaved into the leg side by O'Brien. That's going to run away for a boundary 4 to end the game. And the Kings make it 2 wins in 2 days. And they advance to the playoffs of the TVS Everest Premier League.
Yeah, not the prettiest shot we've seen from Big Kev this time, but definitely effective. All those men in the ring, so good to see. And look how much it means to these guys. Hugs, high fives, smiles all round. They are thrilled to get another couple of points on the board.
Yeah, super stuff from O'Brien. It was only a late cameo, his innings, but really you could see that without that there could have been some late order jitters. And although the game went to the last over, O'Brien closes it out with 33. It was actually a boundary 4 he hit, not a single, to finish the innings. I'm just going to take a look at a few of the batting highlights. Mustafa so impressive up top.
He really got going early on, which was great to see, and they really made use of that power play up top, got them ahead of the run rate, ahead of the game, which is exactly what you need when chasing 150.
Yeah, Mustafa 36 off 24, but it was the local boy, Amit Tristra, the first Nepali batter's 50 of the tournament. He showed good power down the ground in particular, occasionally to the leg side as well. That big 6 crashing into the side screen, just over the side screen. But then it was the Kevin O'Brien show. They were the winning runs. I'm surprised we didn't have other beautiful coverage. And you can see the presentation wall going out there. The Kathmandu Kings 11 winning this game by 7 wickets. There's only 3 wickets to fall, just 2 bowlers having any success. Here's the 3 wickets to fall. The first one went to the captain. He bowled his opposite number, Mustafa.
Yeah, a bit of a confusing shot there, and then just a little bit of general chaos happening in the middle at this time too. And this doesn't go down as shot of the day for me.
Sagar Pun is not going to want to see that one again, because that was a but really it was things that didn't matter. As you can see here, just 2 wicket takers for the Gladiators, in addition to that wonderful run out from Pradip Bari. Krishna Karki that is, and Ryan Tendashade, particularly expensive. And the Kings, they go through to the playoffs. The Gladiators lose their unbeaten record, but they're in the playoffs as well. But what it means is we have a very tight table now, Francis. And every single one of those teams in the top 4 could finish anywhere from 1st to 4th. And what that means is that there's a huge swing between finishing 1st and 2nd. You get 2 bites at the cherry, 2 opportunities to get to that grand final on Saturday the 22nd of December.
Yeah, and a great way to set a tournament up as well, to make sure that just with the 6 teams, 4 teams have got the opportunity to go through to that final stage, and coming in that 1st and 2nd spot, crucial. Make sure you've got the best chance of making that final.
Yeah, that's the match summary. Kathmandu Kings